Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I'm Jaden. I'm here with Taylor. I'm here with Paxton. I'm here with Jackson. And I'm here with Zane. We miss you dearly, JD. You're not dead, but you're in Japan, and I hope things are well for you. I think it's ni hao. Is that Japanese?
I believe that's Chinese.
Is that Chinese?
That's Mandarin.
What's the Japanese?
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Listen, I'm not racist. I'm ignorant.
It's the same thing.
So we're here. This is exciting stuff. We're going to continue to go through the galaxy. There's lots of stuff going on. But I must tell you to do me a favor. If you enjoy anything today or not, please leave a like or a dislike because I want to know. And if you really want to make sure I know, leave a comment. I'm very excited. Thank you for joining us live. If you are, it's Michelle. Good to see you, Michelle. I have indeed left your 180 something beans on our bean counter today because
computers now have primary control of critical functions. No one's run up. The clock is started. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm confused. Can you hear me? Can people? Hello and welcome to Star Wars Ragtag and Roll to One. I'm Jaden. It's good to see you.
I think they heard your intro.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm just...
I was just saying, I saw it on the screen next to me. So.
Ragtag! Galactic World Story! This is a whole thing. If you don't know what game we're playing Dungeon World, which is like basically the gateway drug for Dungeons & Dragons into Powered by the Apocalypse games, which basically means it's a 2d6 system. That means that if you roll a 12, it's a super success. If you roll a 6, it's a terrible fail. So that's kind of how the game works. And then in between, there's some other things that might happen. I'm going to read you what happened last time. It's a big, long list, and I'm reading it specifically because Zane doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He wasn't here last time.
No.
And who watches things after they're live?
Not me.
I do.
I do.
But not Zane. Hence why we're reading this now. The crew's journey took an unexpected turn when Wilhelm revealed himself as an Imperial agent who had been tracking the Silver Sable, right? Or Silver Collective. After witnessing Alderaa's destruction, he offered to help them infiltrate the Death Star using his Imperial credentials. Though skeptical, the crew agreed under threat of death if he would betray them. Their approach to the Death Star was shadowed by 6 TIE fighters. Upon reaching the Death Star, they docked in Bay Sigma 3 using Wilhelm's Imperial code. The team quickly subdued the inspection stormtroopers and donned their armor as disguises. They split into teams, one heading to navigation while the other created diversions. Trix, showing her technical prowess, modified a mouse droid for transportation and reconnaissance. In the medical bay, they discovered Hybro, again, a Kaminoan scientist conducting experiments on a cybernetic patient. The scene grew more complex when they found an identical Hybro behind a curtain. They witnessed the interrogation of a rebel prisoner who had been grievously injured by Darth Vader, managing to escape without arousing suspicion. The navigation room infiltration proved successful but violent. The team eliminated Imperial officers and technicians, gaining access to the targeting computers. They redirected the Death Star's target to Dantooine, learning they had less than a month before the weapon would fire. During their escape, Trix and Jeeve survived a harrowing encounter in a trash compactor where they discovered a red kyber crystal. An escape from the Death Star was chaotic. They fought through waves of stormtroopers to reach their ship, finding Grusk wounded and the vessel on fire. Jeeve used the Force to contain the extinguished flames, while Trix repaired critical systems. They maintained the escape through ray shields to jump into hyperspace, though not before an ominous encounter with the Star Destroyer. Upon returning to their base in Cloud City Salvage Yard, they met with Xena Korax, who delivered a message from the Rebel Alliance. They learned about Mon Mothma had a planned Rebel rendezvous at Dantooine, the very planet they had just designated as the Death Star's target. The crew confronted Wilhelm about this coincidence, leading to tense moments and threats. Their meeting concluded with a new mission to rescue a stranger from the Imperial train and the arrival of an orange R3 droid making contact. So that is what happened last time. Hopefully... Oh, we got 5 more beans.
I've already
More than
added
that.
it.
13, actually, with JD too.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
JD, what's up,
beans.
my homie? Gosh, my voice, it's gonna be exciting. I had pizza. I have acid reflux, and so
It's delicious.
that's how I feel right now. But that was a recap courtesy of GM Assistant for all of your note-taking needs.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Hashtag.
Please sponsor us. So that's very exciting stuff. You guys, I'm going to say, are all, of course, on the Spitfire, your amazing transport vessel, modified for danger by Drex and his amazing ingenuity and some duct tape.
Space duct tape.
Space duct tape. I don't know. They don't have zippers. Do they have duct tape?
It's made out of lasers.
Thank you, JD. Taylor had her eyes dilated.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's super bright today.
She's not a jazz musician suddenly.
No.
She's a very good piano player.
Can she play jazz?
No.
Ray
There
Charles?
you go. Whatever happened? I don't know. So you guys are all on the Spitfire. The team, as well as the... I'm going to say you guys got on the ship and you're ready to go and do the mission, just because we're going to handwave past all the likely getting on and figure that out and who's with you and who stayed behind and all of that stuff. We'll just say that the team is prepared for this mission and you're headed in the direction of Chandrila. Chandrila being the...
Mon Mothma's home.
Mon Mothma's home, yes, but also, if you remember, we had a museum heist not too long ago.
I believe that was
over
our
there.
first heist,
It was indeed
wasn't it?
your first
That's right.
heist. Return to the first locale. A beautiful Earth-like planet. Actually, I believe it's majority water. I could be just like our planet, but I think it's even more. That's just a fun fact because there's like big undersea stuff going on there. Anyway, you fly. Would you like to converse with one another before I take the scene, or it's up to you?
I'm not here.
You are here.
I am.
You are here.
Yeah, we're all here.
You
Where
have been
am I?
added to the ship. Here's what I'm going to say. Drex, why was Drex not involved last time? I think he was involved.
I think he stayed on the ship.
Stayed on the
Yeah.
ship.
So you were the getaway driver.
Oh.
That was your purpose. So you landed on the Death Star and then waited and then left.
Sweet. Man, I'm glad we made it out. Thanks to my driving.
Don't get too cocky.
You don't want to duck.
I'm alive. better than most back there.
So am I. It's not an achievement. I mean,
You had just witnessed a hologram from the green Twi'lek woman who wore goggles on her head. For those of us in the know, her name is
Hera.
Hera. But for those of us who are not, it is some sort of a rebel general or someone in charge of something, and has enlisted that you meet up in Chandra-La with an R3 droid named Chopper. And so that's where you're headed.
Yes.
I'm imagining a helicopter droid. Or a Harley Davidson droid.
I don't know if I can imagine that. I'm just saying.
I'm just, okay.
I believe that his real name is like C1.
CHOP.
Is it really?
It's CH0P.
No, it's C1-10P.
Yeah, same thing. It looks like an H. It's an H.
It's like the guy's dog from GTA 5.
Yeah.
Chop.
His pronouns are droid and R3.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
All right. This team cannot roleplay without being primed by me. It's okay. We're excited. You guys arrive into the planet. You see the planet before you, and you know exactly where to land. You're going to go and land in one of the cities, or in the city of... Oh, what was it called? I think Chandra-La is... Oh, Hannah City. Going back to episode 1, hitting locations, finding...
I was going to say, I bet I have it written down.
Hannah City, serene world with a tropical environment featuring Hannah City as its capital with white spires, domed buildings, and advanced technology alongside beaches and what is known as the Silver Sea. So anyway, it is just serene and awesome. You guys know how to get past the checkpoints this time, so I'm just going to let you.
Okay.
It's good to be back, no?
I've not been here before.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
You didn't exist then. At least to us.
He has object permanence issues sometimes.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
So you land on a pad.
Okay.
A landing pad.
Indeed,
So we're here for the next heist.
you are.
All right. Well, I suppose we should go to the next heist.
Where's this train station we're supposed to go to?
I don't know. Can we pull it? Can I pull it? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And you guys know how the game works.
That's right.
You do
Sorry.
you do
It's
game
been-
things.
It's been 2 months for me.
I know.
For the audience.
You do game things.
Can I flash back?
You bet.
I feel like that's fitting.
What
Was
would
I
you like
here
to?
before? I don't think so.
You were not. You've never been
I've
to
never
the
been here either.
serene planet known as Chandra-La, or
What?
Chandrala for those of us.
Chandra-La.
I
Not
think
to
it's
be
Chandra-La.
confused with Shangri-La.
That is different.
It's very different.
That is an 8.
8. Okay. So what are you trying to flash back and affect the current situation?
Remember the route to the train station,
I see.
because we did not go there last time.
It's not quite what you specified according to your role. So you go across this massive sort of like bridge walkway that takes you to the actual landmass. The landing pads are above the water, very high up, if you remember. And you continue to walk across, and you lead your crew in the direction of where you believe to be this train station. And on your way, you assume that there's going to be a shortcut. And so you head into the alleyways to get a faster route. And about halfway through, you turn a corner, and there are probably like 4 thugs. And they're all just sort of like looking your way, all of your way. Some of them large. One of them has 4 arms. And he's like, "Hey, oh man, look what we got, boys." And they all gesture to one another. And one of them says, "Yeah, I wonder what they got on you. Oh, he's really well dressed, wearing white. Let's get him." And so they sort of like start to get close, and they're about to try to rob you. What do you do?
I'm going to step behind everyone and put my hand on my pistol and wait for someone to make the first move.
I'm going to flash my rifle at them so that way they know that I'm armed.
Okay. Are you trying to like...
I'm intimidating them.
I like it.
Let me see.
I think you could...
I want a mind trick.
Oh, that's a good option. But I'm going to let Paxton do something too. Paxton, I need you to roll plus intelligence or roll plus charisma.
Okay, I will roll plus intelligence. Got a 12.
12. That is, of course, a brilliant success. The guy takes a step back and goes, "Whoa, okay, all right. We're not trying to take your stuff, but your stuff." And they look down at Trix Banto, the very small Unzellan girl, and they say, "She's got a whole bag of something."
And so, okay. Can I also let's see.
So are you rolling to mind trick?
Yeah, I was just getting dice out so I have space in my dice tray.
Bring it. Roll your Jedi mind trick.
Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna find it.
I had it moved so that, because I saw that you were rolling out. Let me put it back for you.
Ah. Yeah, force a habit.
I mean, you could theoretically roll
There it
anything.
is. There it is.
What was it?
Hold on.
What was the dice?
Tell us, Jackson.
That's another 8.
8. Wow. What do you say as you wave your hand?
You're going to let us get by without any payments?
And then the guy looks at you and he's like, "We're gonna let you by without payments." Huh. Yeah, guys, we should let them go by. And one of them's like, "What says you?" And he shoves him. And then he walks over and goes, "Well, I was gonna take this girl's bag. Why shouldn't I?"
I'm gonna defend.
Oh,
Right?
Good call.
make up a defensive stance.
Yeah. She goes in her bag and finds the biggest gun she has, and she points it up, and she's like, "Ah!"
Okay, go ahead and roll. Just go ahead and roll to get your whatever, like pull a weapon.
Right.
Yep.
Would she have any
plus-
sort of advantage?
Well, she
from
has an
that?
ability that like she can pull out a big intimidating gun.
Well, I get that. Would she have advantage from my mind trick on that or no?
I think
Probably not.
it's kind of going individually based right now.
Right.
Eh.
Yeah, we haven't had anything cohesive action right now. What I'm
Sure.
doing is I'm filling a clock. It takes a certain number of successes or partial successes to fill this clock. If something happens on one end of the clock, like negatives, then we end up having a bad thing happen. If it ends
Oh,
up
yeah.
positive things, then a good thing happens. And
I
so I'm
gotcha.
adding these together.
Just FYI, too. I'm kind of like, if this was D&D, I'd be holding an action.
I see.
Because I have the ability shoot first. Which
Oh, I
means-
love it.
So before any of them shoot, I would shoot them.
Okay,
But I would not shoot before one of us shot.
got it. Perfect. Thank you for letting me know.
13.
Nice.
So I'm assuming that you actually need to describe this weapon because you have you need to tell me what it's capable of based on the rules of your character.
Right. Basically, she pulls it out, and it's not quite a rocket launcher, but somewhere in between, where it's a handheld for her, like full body, but handheld for somebody their size.
So it's got a big, thick,
On the
like frickin' PVC pipe size hole,
It's a boom tube.
big old boom tube, and a plasma coil in the midsection. So she's just charging it up, and he says, "Okay, all right, we're sorry." And then they go, "How about you, Verk? What you got on you?
Why don't you come over here and see for yourself?
Is that an invitation?" And one of the guys is like, "No, don't. We're not gonna. No."
I'm just waiting. I'm like, all right, come on, try it.
An attack on one is an attack on all.
I think that's a serviceable line. They let you pass and show you like sort of like a curtain in one of the alleys. They say, if you're trying to go to the train station, it's that way. And they let
Thank
you go.
you.
Even gave us directions. That's nice.
You guys super successed on 2 of those and 1 partial, so I was like, yeah,
There you go.
we're there. And so you guys go down the pathway, go down the alley, and you find yourselves at a very crowded area. Very exciting. Train station, many different aliens, many different droids, and many different people going to and fro. Somebody's going to need to find this little R3 unit because there's a lot of people in the way. So tell me how you are going to go about trying to find someone who is very much shorter than you or very much taller than you.
So what? Me?
Yes, you're the only one here that is
So I can.
two heads smaller than the person you're looking for.
Correct.
I imagine that her little feet make little suction sounds when they hit the ground. Like,
Would this
I feel like
technically
someone would be carrying.
I mean, you could.
would this count as a scout ahead?
What does it say for scout ahead?
When you take point and look for anything out of the ordinary, I feel like he would be out of place. He's like very much a scavenged together looking droid. He's very rough, so Chandrila being a really nice society, he would kind of look out of place amongst all the other droids.
I like it. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll plus wisdom.
Alrighty. Got an 8.
An 8. I'm assuming you're going to make a discovery.
Okay.
Okay. You see in the distance a small R3 droid with an orange top ahead. It is an astromech style droid. Astromech, right?
Yeah.
And it's similar to R2D2, but it's a bit squatter, and like I said, the top is red instead of this blue and white that you're used to seeing in Star Wars world. And his head is swiveling, and he's turning left and right, and you also notice that he has like little arm appendages that are like gray. And as he's sort of walking around, he walks by someone and is like, and he's like asking people that go by who don't seem to either speak droid or care about him.
I think I found our droid.
Where?
He's up there. Let's make way.
Well, is he going to be cooperative or is he going to be one of those nervous types?
He's a droid. I think we can handle him.
Okay, whatever you say.
That's what they said about Grievous.
He was technically a cyborg, but you know.
Well, droid general.
All right. So you guys walk in his direction, deciding to do so, and there he is, this small R3, C1-10P, chopper for short. I'm going to just tell you that you speak droid. You're the only one here that makes sense. Everyone else probably doesn't. Unless
Fair.
you could argue to me with a flashback why you can.
Maybe the Jedi could.
If you want to roll a
Sure.
flashback to
Why
see if
not?
you speak droid. I don't know. Do you think you speak droid?
Why not?
No, I probably don't pay the match mind.
Okay. I'm giving everybody a chance if you want it. I mean, she's got it for sure. She's got the intelligence to back it up.
Oh yeah,
When I work with
I do. That's a 10.
a team.
10. All right. We're going to say that you're not fluent, but you can get bits and pieces.
Yeah.
All right. So for your benefit, then, I will speak in English instead of going and just hoping you guys know what I'm saying. So you hear as this small little droid says, Zeb has been captured.
Who's Zeb?
Zeb Aurelios, Lasat war hero and symbol of the rebellion.
What's he saying?
He said Zeb's been captured.
What is a Zeb?
That's what I said.
It's a Lasat, one of the species the Empire's hunted
The
to
big
near extinction.
the big purple guys.
Yes. The original concept art for Chewbacca.
What's he saying?
We don't have time for this.
What do you need from us?
We sent the request. Are you the Ragtag group we're looking for?
Oh,
Yes.
Perfect. You got our message. I need the code word.
Oh, crap.
What? What's he saying now?
We need a password.
We need a code word of some sort.
The stranger.
No.
Ah.
Did you guys get a code word? I didn't get a code
I actually don't think we did. I think because it was cutting out.
I'm going to flashback to
Good call.
Here you go.
when we first received transmissions from the green lady.
Okay. Go ahead and roll plus intelligence.
Yeah, I didn't write anything down.
Yeah.
8.
Besides the
It says
stranger.
we're looking for the stranger in my
8.
notes.
Right, that's what I have.
You don't
Yeah.
speak droid, but you're getting a small bit of like playful energy.
Like a repeated kind of.
No, like it might be a lie or a joke,
Okay.
but you're not sure. I need the password.
What do you know?
That's all I
Tell
have.
him the green lady sent us.
Is there anything more specific?
Just tell him the green lady sent us.
I speak English or Galactic Basic.
The green
What's he
lady
saying?
sent us.
The green lady sent us. Bebop.
You don't need to swear. And he basically says, "All right, fine. I'm just messing with you. I know it's you. Your descriptions, it matches. Come with me." And he starts to go.
I'm going to take off following the droid very quickly.
This is going to be
I-
fun.
I turn to Jeeve and I'm like,
I pick her up.
okay.
So as he's sort of on 3 wheels, moving quickly, he's outpacing you. So you find yourself having to jog for a second, and he turns his head around and says, He's being potentially transported off-world on what's known as the Concordant Express, a secure orbital train powered by experimental gravity rails. It leaves in 1 hour. If it reaches deep orbit jump point, Zeb is gone."
We must go to the train.
Let's find that train.
Can I, as we're running, can I just look around and see if we're being followed or...
Like, take watch.
Good call.
Interesting.
We're the only one that found the droids, you know?
I like it. Do you have either an ability to do that, or would you like to
Probably
just...
Discern realities.
I think that's exactly right.
All right. Jackson, hook me up.
Magical.
That is double 3s with a plus, what is that, wisdom? +2, so it's 8.
8. Ask
Nice.
1. Bless you.
That didn't count as a question.
No need to swear. I don't know why this is my I'm Chopper, because he just kind of like
That's
has
very
that,
much
like,
Chopper.
Oh, yeah.
he just has those like arms. Arr.
What should I be on the lookout for?
What should I be on the lookout for? That's a great question. You should absolutely be on the lookout for the best way I can use to phrase this. You should be...
If you
So-
say a train.
No. I was going to say, are you familiar? Maybe Drex would be. Drex is familiar with the ISB.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the Gestapo.
I would also be familiar with that.
Right, so you guys should be on the lookout for, and remind me, ISB
Callus.
I
Agent Callus.
you should be on the lookout for essentially
Imperials in white uniforms.
Imperials in white uniforms. Yeah.
Or
But
gray.
it's really just like agents, not necessarily troopers, but more like agents.
Yeah, so it'd be like the dress uniform.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where you're keeping on the lookout for. You see your fair share of those because this is an imperially occupied planet at this point. But none of them seem to notice you right now.
Okay.
So unless you do anything that might draw serious attention, you're seemingly okay.
All right. So there's a potential hornet's nest.
It-
Oh, yeah.
Stuff goes down.
I mean, you guys are gonna board a imperial train.
That was my next question, if it was an Imperial specific train.
Yes, he did
Yeah.
mention that it was a secure orbital train.
Okay.
All right. So Chopper finally approaches this like small squat ship, and it's got a single ramp and a kind of a door that would fit seated. It's like a drop pod type ship, which would allow you to then get up into orbit. And he turns to you and says, "What is it called? It's not the Phantom, is it? It's
The
ghost.
Is it no the ghost?
No, the Phantom's the small one.
Yeah.
Is it the Phantom?
Phantom's
That's what I
small.
thought. So then he turns. I just have notes here. This is Phantom, and I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
And he turns and says, "Come with me onto the Phantom."
It's called the Phantom.
I think he wants us to board.
And he
Yeah.
just goes up the ramp into the ship proper.
I'll follow him in.
I follow as well.
And he walks over to the door that would be where the front driver's space is, and he just clunk clunk bangs on it, and then the ramp pulls up and the door closes. And then he sits there in the back, Chopper does, and the ship begins to take off. And you have no idea where you're going. You're kind of just trusting blindly these people in front of you. You know you're moving until finally you feel that the space is lighter. And Chopper looks to Ewall and is like, "Put on your seatbelts."
Yeah.
Tell him not to try any funny business. I don't trust this droid.
Yeah, this is very strange.
He said, "Put your seatbelts on."
You're not going to trust him to put your seatbelt on?
I just met this droid, alright? He could be taking us to an Imperial Star Destroyer for all I know.
In these colors? No.
You'd be surprised. I mean, I was an agent.
Yeah, but I figured you out easy. I think we're fine.
Are you funny?
Ah. And he looks upset.
No.
Is he?
And he
She
holds
mimics.
he
like
holds
what
up
he
his
did.
hand. He holds up his hand and like clamps it
He's Italian.
I was just thinking that.
and is trying to like you can imagine it's almost like a finger. It's just kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
Very angry.
Oh, well.
All right, I'm gonna buckle in.
This is where the fun begins.
I'll sit down, but I won't buckle in.
I'll buckle in. That's
I'm holding on.
You hear a voice that sounds like a very young person trying to sound like an adult. And he's like, "We've reached the Concordant Express without being caught. I'm attaching to it now." And you feel like instantly like your trajectory is now attached to something else.
Is that the tractor beam? What's going on?
I can't tell.
I think
can't
it's
see out the window.
magnetized on.
And then the door sort of opens and you see that it's just space beyond the doorway.
I'm glad I have my helmet on. I can breathe.
And then like what are they called? Like the masks pop down from the ceiling. And
Is the air being sucked out?
Yeah.
Oh. Where are the shields? I grab the thing and hold
Nah,
on.
Grab one.
She's jumping and she finally gets one on.
she pulls it over
it's
her
over
face.
my whole head. Silly.
And then you see as Chopper just goes outside, and then you see he's just like in space. You just lose him.
I knew he was trying to kill us.
What's going on? I can't see.
I'm gonna run out after him.
So, do you have like a jetpack? No, you don't. I don't think so.
No,
All right. So you
I have the grapple arm thing though.
so you run out towards the edge, and I'm assuming you like grab the door side.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll Defy Danger Dexterity.
While he's doing that, I'm going to also try to take control of the ship. Like run to the pilot's chair. And
Okay. So you go to the doorway that would allow you into the bridge of the ship, and it is closed.
Oh.
Like they're not allowing you up there.
So let me get this straight. The ship that we were on with Chopper suddenly stopped, and then the back door opened, and Chopper got sucked out, and now magically there's people in the cockpit.
There was already
There was
people in the
already people
cockpit.
in the cockpit, but the door was closed, so you didn't know who was
yeah.
beyond the doorway. You were just entering this like
We were in the cart-
seating
essentially like a
area.
cart.
Well, I mean,
Area.
I could piece it together, but I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah.
Oh,
You were-
so this was not like
meta.
Chopper's
No.
ship.
No.
This is
No,
not.
no,
He
no.
he got you onto the ship, and then was like, "Cool, now we're arrived," and he just left.
Oh.
I rolled a 12, by the way.
Okay, so you see as what would barely be an atmosphere howls across this outside of this ship as you see this massive train, a 900-meter gleaming orbital rail train that is traveling the atmosphere's edge. It is assembling this magnetic track ahead of itself, devouring it from behind.
Okay.
So it is traveling on its own rail that it is building as it travels.
I'm going to pound on the door.
Yes, sir.
There's people back here. Close the damn door.
This is your exit.
I don't have any spacesuits or anything.
Oh, you need a helmet?
Yeah.
Oh, there should be some Imperial helmets in some of those drawers up there. Just bring them back.
Would have been nice to know this before all of this happened. What the hell?
Am I just free floating right now?
I'm assuming with your 12 that you hung on to the wall, so you're
Okay.
still on the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Well,
you see just this massive rail that's like moving.
This is the train.
I go
You're
to
attached to the side of it.
grab stuff for me and Jeeve, and I
So you-
guess
you
a
reach
single
out-
helmet for you.
Well, I'll
And you
probably
find-
just tear down and use what I'm wearing.
Oh, there you go.
You see there are an array of painted helmets. Some of them are like all of them are Imperial, but like these like stormtrooper helmets that are like have flowers, and like one of them that is like a black pilot's helmet that has like geometric shapes, but they're all Imperial helmets. They're just all decorated.
Just grab a helmet. We gotta go.
I like the artwork.
I throw him the flower helmet. And
Okay.
I take the geometric helmet.
I like the artwork. We should do that with our friend's helmet.
Yeah, he's like a blank canvas.
I already
is.
painted my armor, remember?
That's true. That's
no,
true.
it got ruined.
No, and then I painted it again. That was the end of the
That
last
was
one.
He
the
did
end.
paint it.
He did.
So you all have helmets on.
Oh,
You're good.
we
But-
haven't upgraded the character art then.
It just
It's fine.
happened.
It
It
just
just happened.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. He looks like that. And so you are all wearing helmets. You can all breathe. There's no danger of suffocation now.
Okay, somehow I fit a helmet on my Verk head.
I'm
Well,
gonna imagine
if it's
that
a
you
tie-
pulled out the top and
Well,
just fit it through.
The tie helmets have that, like the high cut, so the back of their heads are exposed. So that would work for him.
Really?
Yes.
And you said, is this like a thin atmosphere, so we're not
Very
exposed to?
thin atmosphere. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's just like Red Bull high jump height, not outer space.
Like you can see outer space from the vantage that you were at,
Gotcha.
but then you look down and it's the planet.
okay.
Gotcha.
So the cells of our body are not going to immediately rupture.
Or freeze or whatever
Yeah.
happens in space. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And also,
cool.
Star Wars space rules imply that you survive.
Okay.
Let me find. I'm gonna look for a locked door.
Okay. So you see there is an exterior door over there. I don't need to make you roll for that. You see it, and you see that there is a astromech that is riding the side of the train over towards that doorway.
Okay, I'm gonna follow after him.
Okay. You don't need to roll. You've already rolled your defy danger dexterity to get outside, so you're all good. Is anyone gonna follow?
Yeah.
Well, I'm attached to him, so
You-
I get.
Yep.
Don't
Ride the
speak
line.
with the chopper speaks, so you just hear.
I think I know what he wants me to do. He wants us to go through this door, I believe.
Roll to defy danger dexterity. All the people who are going outside the ship.
I'm very good at rolling 8.
Wow.
8 is like my magic number tonight.
13.
That's
Oh,
unbelievable.
wow.
Drex just says, "Get out of my way," and he just gets to the side of the ship, grabs onto the side. There's like some sort of a, what's the best way to put this? It's a rail, and
Yeah.
you can grab it. It's on the just below where the windows would be, and there's single like square windows that have been placed throughout each train car. They're big, long train cars, and we'll just say, for the sake of this understanding, that there's like 5 of them. They're pretty long.
Okay.
And you're at the back. You're at the caboose.
I rolled 11. I thought you were-
Very, very good.
Nice.
But your 8 opens up some potentially dangerous situations. And so you catch the tail end of what Chopper says, and we'll let this be the warning. Don't screw it up.
Don't screw it up.
Okay. Before he leaves, just so we have a way in, I'm sure he could hack it being a droid and all, but let me try my Imperial code. I'm going to type my code into the door.
Yeah, but given everything that just happened, I'd rather them not know we're here. You think they haven't changed that yet?
No. It's worth a shot.
And if you set off an alarm?
It won't set off an alarm.
Okay.
It'll just say password incorrect. I think. Alright, let me type it in.
All right. So you type in your Imperial code. Go ahead and roll Defy Danger Charisma. Leave it up to the dice.
Got a 5.
Yikes.
Okay.
Chopper is indeed a sassy little droid.
So yeah, he is. You hear like a bolt close on the other end of this door.
It didn't work.
And then you hear what sounds like voices. Hey, did you hear that?
He's gonna look disapprovingly at Vil.
I'll join him.
Me too.
We should try something else.
Do you think you can get that open?
I was waiting. I told him to move aside so I can unlock the door.
So you can throw him out the airlock later.
No, he most certainly cannot.
You wouldn't understand that.
I heard what he
you have a
said.
helmet.
So I actually am going to have one of you roll on my behalf because I think it's more fun to leave it up to chance. So someone roll 2d6 and tell me what happens.
That's a 3. I don't know what you want to add to that.
Okay.
So he goes over to the front of this door, this sort of lock, and he extends a little arm with like a screwdriver at the end and goes zzz, 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 zzz. Another bolt. And if a droid could swear, he would.
What's wrong? What's happening?
Looks like our friend here didn't get it either.
Oh, look at that.
Somebody look in the window. Tell me if those are Imperials in that caboose. I have an idea.
There's somebody outside. Definitely outside.
Get your lightsaber out.
It's about to suggest that.
Can I try to unlock it?
It's going to be extremely hard for you to do at this point, but I'm going to give you a chance.
Using
You
Drex,
have the ability to just pull out things.
I mean, yeah.
is your gun good to go?
Oh, yeah.
I have an excruciatingly stupid
I'll
idea
pull
that
out
might
an item
actually
that
work
helps
if
me
this
pick
doesn't.
it.
What?
I pull out an item that helps you pick it.
Great. She pulls out like a sort of screwdriver key type scenario.
And then
You give yourself advantage because you used an item, meaning you roll 3 and take the highest.
okay.
Add intelligence.
9.
9. What are you guys doing?
My plan was to call the troopers who are on the inside and ask them to open the door so I can catch this pesky droid, because I am an Imperial agent for all they know, so they'd just be assisting me in catching this droid, so that would be our way in.
I would argue that if you've painted your armor, they're not going to know that anymore.
They will know, because
So you
Lore.
unlock the door. You hear as the air being sucked out of this room, and then a energy shield appears on the outside that you can step through. And you see on the other end that there are 2 men in black uniforms and 1 stormtrooper standing on the inside. And one of them grabs the small Anzellan girl and pulls her in the room and says, holding her like she's a doll, "What are you doing out there? You could get killed." And he puts you on the ground and says, "I understand you might have been late, but if you have a ticket, everything's okay."
She just shakes her head and nods.
"Ticket, please."
I'm going to kind of come in too. At
Yeah.
that. Oh, here. I have my ticket right here. Come. Get on. We
Yeah.
just made it in time. And I motioned to everyone.
Whoa, how did you get out here? And one of them, like, he goes to, like, the stormtrooper goes to the edge. He's about to stick his head out the window.
Well, does everyone get in?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. As he's doing that, I'm like, I think I have it right here. And I grab my gun and I stick it right up, like, the stormtrooper's back of the neck.
Oh, I was just going to kick him off the train.
Okay.
I mean,
He holds the gun to the back of his head, and the stormtrooper stops moving, leaving a perfect moment for you to kick him
yeah,
out.
I'm just going to kick him out.
Go ahead and roll plus strength.
So there's
7.
There's 2 more.
The stormtrooper just out into the thing and begins to plummet towards the planet. And then the 2 Imperials pull out their guns.
I must have slipped.
Before that, I say, and I pull my gun on him, and I'm expecting my friend to pull his
I'll
gun.
pull my rifle out and point at the other officer.
They pull out their guns. You shoot first.
All right.
Roll the volley.
I didn't
All
shoot.
All right, so let's do these 2. All right. Volley.
Yep.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and then gunslinger plus 2, 8, 9, and then volley adds what to it? I'm trying to
Dex.
find it. Dex.
Yep.
Plus 3, so 12.
12. What is your roll damage?
All right, it is a D8. So that will be. Are we in combat currently?
You bet we are.
Okay. Let me find a D8.
In Powered by the Apocalypse
That's a
style
12.
games such as Dungeon World, we are never in combat nor out of combat. It is always the narrative.
Oh, look at that. 8 on the die.
8 on the die.
Nice.
8. You totally murder him. How does he die? One of them
Just straight headshot.
falls back, and the other one fires his gun. And you rolled on your volley what?
12.
12. So he fires, boom, and goes off to the side and bounces off the interior.
And I point my gun at.
He's just got like a little hand pistol.
I'm also pointing my gun at him, so he has 2 guns on him.
He drops the gun and both hands are in the air and he goes to his knees.
Smart move. And I go and I pick up his gun. Or I kick it out. I kick it out the shield.
Okay, it goes out.
I grab the other officer's gun and throw it out.
We could have given it to Trix, put in her bag.
She does have an ability that if she collects the weapons of enemies,
Yes.
she gets a
Yeah.
bonus.
Oh.
So I'll take the one and I'll take the other.
Okay.
And shove it in my bag.
And then drag the one body out.
Oh, you just throw him out there?
Throw
Oh, the
him
body
out. It's the
out.
garbage disposal, man.
Just begins to fall towards the planet.
I want to
rapidly.
take the data link off the officer that we have in custody, so that way I have a new Imperial password to be able to use while on the train.
Right on. You hear as the guy says, don't kill me. The Empire's not worth dying for.
Damn right.
It's the best thing I've ever heard an Imperial say.
Are you here for
Now,
the stranger?
Yes, that's
Yes.
1.
Yeah.
now, take off your clothes.
Excuse me?
You heard the man.
Okay.
Turn around first.
And he takes off his pants.
I tell him to turn around first.
He does.
All right.
And he's wearing.
I knock him out.
Oh, pants. All right.
I was like, she turns around with her eyes.
He hits the ground.
It's less awkward this way.
After you strip him down, you're going to throw him out the
He
gate.
for sure broke his nose, but he's all right.
Oh no, he didn't actually strip down. He just made him turn around and then
To
knocked him
knock him
out.
out.
Yeah.
And
Well, his
so,
pants are around his ankles though.
all right, Jeeve. Your turn to be an Imperial officer.
Hold on. Didn't I do that last time?
Well, you're the only
No, you
human
were-
with not armor.
You were a stormtrooper last time. You're moving up in the world, Lieutenant.
I don't like you.
Get the clothes on.
So this is like a boarding car.
Yeah,
This is
I
like
saw
the
that.
car you would just kind of see. There's a bunch of crates around. There are what looks like people's luggage, but that's kind of it.
Okay.
Do I look? I look around. Is there a place to stow this guy?
You may roll
the
to
door.
discern realities.
Okay. That's plus. God dang it! I can't even find it.
As you're doing that, Chopper says, "Hurry! He could be
Wisdom.
being beaten."
So
Hurry.
I've already put him on
8.
at this point. Yeah.
8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
You get one. I mean, what are you gonna ask?
What here is useful or valuable to me?
Yeah, you go around, you look for the thing. The truth be told, Paxton did beat you to the jump. Vel did grab the useful item in this room, which is indeed the Imperial Access card that will allow you into the next car.
Well, I was trying to find a place to stow the...
You find a crate that'll fit him. You open it up, and it's a bunch of knockoff Legos.
Star Wars Legos?
Star Wars Legos. A bunch of knockoffs.
Okay.
Mega blocks.
Just like big old bricks.
They're called clickers.
Is there enough space for him to fit in there?
Yeah, it'd be uncomfortable, but he'd be in there.
Good. All right, so I tie him up, and I take some space duct tape and put it on his mouth.
Yep.
And I end up also putting it on his eyes, his ears, and his nose.
No.
Okay.
Just,
You gonna tape his limbs together too?
his hands and his feet, and then I put him in there. I'm not really thinking this through. I'm just kind of rushing through it.
He rapidly declines and suffocates in the box.
Trix hops up and stabs with her little screwdriver in hand, little nose holes in the duct
You
tape.
feel? Oh, okay. I was about to say. I thought you were gonna do teeth.
No.
No, you're good. So yeah, you hear like this sound when you do that. He might live.
So
Oh,
she'll-
right. Sorry.
I think we need to move on.
yes. The boss said hurry.
Let's move on.
All right.
And he walks over towards a door, and you guys use the access card, so I don't need to do anything there. You guys use the access card, and you enter what is essentially a gravity calibration car. Dim blue light flickers along the car's walls. Stabilizers spin erratically. One section of the room sort of bends inward, space warped like a melted mirror. You see that there's a technician droid. It's fused to the terminal with sparks spraying.
What happened here?
Do you have any idea?
Arr,
Is this something Zeb could have done, your friend?
I don't know.
I would like to discern reality.
You may discern realities. If anyone wants to spout lore, they can as well.
Sure, why not? What more do I have to lose?
Oh, darn. That is also wisdom. Not enough.
Oh, that'll definitely be.
So you failed?
Yep, I'm going to mark experience.
You failed, and you see as one of the gravity stabilizers sort of begins to malfunction, and everyone falls to the left side of the car, and the gravity is now that way.
Spout lore rolled a 10.
Okay. You rolled a 10 for spout lore.
Yep.
You are witnessing what is essentially a gravity stabilizer. It's used on massive ships. This one has been modified to be... this one has been modified to hold the train down towards the planet, not necessarily towards itself. So it does have internal gravity, but it's working overtime to also keep the train facing the planet.
I see.
And that's not good for it. It seems like this is the Titanic type scenario where it's the first of its kind being used in this way. And so you haven't heard anything about it, but you'd have heard whispers of the technology existing.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, the gravity stabilizer is currently malfunctioning, and you guys are now on the west wall, sort of slammed into it, and you all stand up, and maybe some of you are standing on windows. That's the scenario. And it's probably going to happen again soon, and if it falls to the other end, you could shatter through a window.
Get that droid to fix this.
You think this is something you could fix?
I could try.
If I do it, it's risky and loud.
Me too. See, that's how she responds.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Roll plus intelligence.
Okay.
Defy danger, intelligence.
Yeah. Oh, that one. They are both. Okay, let me just. Oh, that didn't help. I love that. Okay. Plus intelligence.
Yep.
7.
7.
Barely.
Does anyone want to aid?
In any way I can, sure.
Okay, you may aid attempting to feel the natural pattern of the planet with your force sensitivity. You don't need to roll anything. You can just give her aid.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll one more dice. 7 total?
Yeah.
Okay. 7. You feel as the car sort of outside the windows, you guys look down and you see as what look like hyperspace lights sort of appear along the side wall. And one more failure, partial or otherwise, you may accidentally phase into hyperspace.
Phase into hyperspace?
Yeah, you heard me.
What?
Do they not have technicians on this ship for this?
There's currently a droid that is not enjoying itself up against this machine.
Can we try to remove the droid from the terminal that it's fused to?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to just manually rip it off, or do you want to use some intelligence to do so?
I'll use some intelligence to do so.
Okay, roll plus divide into your intelligence.
Got an 11.
There you go.
That's good.
So, using, I don't know, like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little blowtorch.
Like
you
a
just
plasma cutter.
You just cut this droid off of the terminal, and behind it, you see that there is a little space for an astromech style screwdriver scenario or an unlockable key.
Data probe.
This droid, its back has one of those inserts, and it was attempting to try to solve the problem poorly. But now, whether it be you or Chopper could potentially integrate with it. I will tell you the only reason that you're able to reach this droid is because you've been very dexterous this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be difficult. You're going to have to figure out how to get Chopper up there in order to have him unlock it, or potentially someone lighter.
You have one of those screwdriver keys, don't you?
Yes.
Come here. I grab her.
Okay,
She's just like, oh.
Yep, yoink. I'm
Yep.
taking her to the terminal.
awesome. So I need both of you to struggle as one.
Oh boy. That's plus.
You just roll plus the stat of your choice. Tell me how
Oh.
you're helping the scenario.
Good. I probably use my intelligence to try and figure this out.
I want to use my dexterity just so I can move around a little easier.
Okay. The rest of us are all feeling as the gravity is going to malfunction again and fly towards the other side. So they're going to have to act quickly.
11.
10.
11? 10. Wow. Very expertly.
Very good.
On the way down, you place her in right the perfect space. She's able to quickly maneuver and fix the scenario. Everyone about midway through falling to the other side, gravity corrects itself, and you are now all upright.
Okay.
Was that intentionally timed with the music, or?
Nope.
Might as well have been.
Okay. Problem one solved. Let's go find this little purple dude.
We also need to find the stranger while we're here too. Evidently, he's here as well.
Is the purple dude not the stranger?
Who knows?
Okay.
Okay. You all use your card and get to the next car. These are all mini vignettes. It's fun. So you get to the next car. Maybe a couple cars up. You're all continuing to go in this very long train. And then you get to a train car that is interesting. You see as there is a bunch of seats and tables and a bunch of maybe like a bar, right? And it's a nice little passenger car. And you see that there is a body slumped in the aisle face down. Blood pools slowly around the floor, and a cloaked agent flashes a badge around the people. ISB. Nobody move. This car is under investigation. Around you, there is a Twi'lek diplomat, a panicked noble, and a droid valet. They're all sort of watching the space. That's what you see.
I'm going to walk up to the ISB agent and show him my Imperial credentials, just so we're on the same page.
I see. They've sent the Mandalorian to help me.
What happened here?
Were you at the back of the car this whole time?
Yeah, I was helping with some issues we had back there.
Make a Defy Danger Charisma to fit in.
While he's doing that, Can I use my con artist ability?
What is that? How does that work?
Ooh,
When
interesting.
you evaluate a potential victim, roll plus intelligence. On a 10 plus, ask their player 3 questions from the list below. On a 7 through 9, ask 1. And it's... Do you want the questions?
I mean, I think you just do it, right? You have to roll something and then you get the question.
It's a roll and then, yeah, questions.
Yeah, so let's roll.
Okay.
I
so-
got a 6.
That's fail.
Yeah.
Oh, failed.
So he says, someone is trying to undermine my operation. You sit down, Mandalorian.
Yes, sir. I go and sit down.
And it's plus intelligence.
This man has the nastiest widow's peak ever.
8.
And a chin beard.
Of an 8.
He's a cartoon villain.
8. Okay, so I believe you get 1 question from the below. Is that what it says?
Yeah. How could I engage you in conversation?
How can you engage him in conversation? Well, we've learned pretty dramatically that he is an investigator and he's not interested in having help. He seems to have an ego in this.
Is this
So-
Orient Express?
So maybe you give him a bit of a
It is.
maybe you give him a bit of an ego boost, and that might appeal to him.
Finally, someone's doing something around here. Something's been going on, and I'm scared.
You're scared. Look at these people.
I know. Terrifying.
I'll solve the problem.
I think I heard some noise coming a couple cars back.
A couple cars back, you say?
Yeah. I just paid it no mind at first, but now that you said something, it does seem off.
Something was going on with the gravity earlier. Everyone had to strap in.
Is that what that was?
It is my understanding that one of the people in this room is our murderer. But I like where your head's at. You all 3 came from the back of the car.
He did too.
Yes, but I trust him explicitly. Implicitly.
I'm gonna mind trick him to trust me.
I'm
too.
an Imperial.
Right, and you're my number 1 suspect right now.
I'm gonna mind.
Don't move.
I'm gonna mind trick him to trust me as well.
Okay, good luck. Go ahead.
This is gonna be catastrophic if it doesn't work.
That is a 9.
9.
Yep.
I see. Well, I know you're not the murderer, but I'm not sure if you're helpful.
Fine by me.
It was you!
What? An Anzellan? That's the last person I would suspect. Are you sure?
No.
Well, we better make sure then.
All right. Was it the Twilight diplomat? You, Noble? Or the droid? The Anzellan? Or the Mandalorian?
I think diplomats are always untrustworthy. You never know what their intentions are.
Politicians.
Never trust a droid.
No, don't say that. I'll kick him in the leg.
She just slides underneath the seat and starts crawling towards the front of the car.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll for me, Defy Danger Dexterity,
Okay.
because I have written down 3 solutions to this problem.
Okay. Oh. It's not good, guys. It's a 5.
It's a 5.
Yeah. So that's 1.
Mark experience.
You see this droid valet as you're crawling down reach down and grab you with his hand and put you sort of front and center in front of the ISB agent, and he's looking down at you.
Who?
This ISB agent,
This investigator.
No, I know that, but who?
the droid,
oh,
the valet,
chap?
the valet.
Oh, the valet.
The valet grabs you and puts you in front and says, "I caught this one trying to escape."
No, I'm helping.
Now, I'm not above putting this car under lockdown and killing all of you.
I'll help you.
Respectfully, sir, we don't have time for this.
I don't trust you. You failed the roll. Basically, that's kind of what's happening. As long as you don't move, I won't fire upon you.
I pull my gun and I shoot at him.
Oh, shark.
I'll assist.
All right.
Yeah, she's there grabbing her screwdriver to jam it in his leg.
Why don't you all struggle as one and roll plus dexterity, plus strength for you?
Plus strength.
Well, yeah, you're stabbing him.
It's fine.
Well, while they're doing that, can I try to sense Zeb or Stranger,
Oh
whoever
my
it is we're
goodness.
looking for?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll plus charisma.
I hope you guys
3.
did better than I did.
3. That's a fail.
I got a 5.
So
I got a rock.
he
I got
kicks.
I got an 8.
me.
He kicks
7.
you hard, and you slam against the back wall.
Okay.
And for the remainder of the adventure, you cannot walk.
Cripple.
What happened? What did you roll?
8.
8. So really, in this moment, you fire. He fires at you. And you're gonna take 4 points of damage,
Okay.
just kind of instantly.
Okay.
And then you get a chance to roll at him. What did you roll?
I got a 5.
You got a 5. So you see, as she's kicked up into you.
Okay.
She like sort of not breaks, but she sort of like gets the wind knocked out of her, and her legs go numb.
Okay.
And then you have this like sort of like moment where you recognize that your chest armor, as strong as it might have been, her bag slammed into it and it breaks, and you actually are going to take a -1 to your armor for the rest of the
Okay.
adventure.
I rolled a 7.
I got an 8 on my damage die.
An 8 on your damage die. So he does drop and is dead,
Okay.
Cool.
and you just drop him.
I say to the passengers, he was mad with power. You all saw it. He was going to kill us all. Didn't you hear it?
And then everyone in the car is like and like freaking out and running to the side, except for the valet droid that's just like everybody's freaking out.
I block the exit.
You block the back towards
the forward exit.
you go towards the front of the car. You haven't been able to cross that threshold yet. And
Okay.
and the valet droid just goes, "No one goes to the front of the car."
I shoot him.
Okay. You do.
All right. I just do.
You need to roll.
Okay.
You need to roll to do that.
Okay. Let's do Star Wars dice.
While he's doing that, I want to pick up Trix and like tie her to like my belt, so that way she doesn't have to try to crawl around.
Okay.
I rolled a 7. Looking.
Oh, to look in the force.
Yeah.
You feel this distant force energy coming from the ship that you just left, but no like force pull towards the front.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 12.
Nice.
12? Wow.
Very nice.
So you basically blow this guy's arm off. Just blow his arm off. But the other arm divides into 2 arms. And both of those arms push you and say, pretty obviously, "You're not getting to the front of the car."
I'm gonna hack and slash it.
Okay?
Thank you, Jedi with lightsaber.
Yeah.
I need to find hack and slash. Plus strength.
I need to get like some combat music.
That's a 7.
Okay. 7. Partial success.
Yeah.
So I think at least in hack and slash, 7 you suffer the enemy's attack.
Okay. Well. If he doesn't die.
So with one of his arms, as you go to slice, you roll damage. Yep.
9.
All
9
right.
damage.
I'm gonna give you a choice. He either grabs Drex's throat or your throat.
I'm doing this for you. You're taking the damage.
Okay. He grabs Drex's throat and begins to crush with his hand. And so
While he's doing that, I'm shooting him.
yeah, you're shooting. So he grabs you and begins to crush, and then throws as hard as you can towards Jeeve. And so I'm pretty sure that both of you are going to need to roll.
I feel like this is like the robot version of the Tickets Please guy from Rick and Morty.
Truth be told, let me just read you my notes. The killer the killer is the droid valet, secretly an ISB spy droid.
Oh shoot.
So you are fighting the killer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought we were the killers.
No.
That ISB agent was so good at his job.
Oh man, it's awesome.
Okay.
I was gonna let you guys discern realities, but nobody wanted to. Everyone was just like, "We're just gonna kill everybody," which is why it's still happening in this car. It's like, oh my gosh.
So, Laura, we still don't know it's an ISB droid at this point.
No,
though.
you're just currently just fighting this really powerful droid. It looks like whatever the droid in Rogue One is.
K2SO.
Yeah, it's like one
but
of those.
he's got like Grievous arms.
But he's got a Grievous arm, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's very clearly an Imperial droid. I don't know how we overlooked this.
Because it had an apron on.
He's 7 foot
That's
tall.
all it's like the fake nose and the glasses. It's like,
It
you'll
had
never know.
It had an apron on. It was well decorated with gold filigree.
Had a
It was
hello,
like-
my
it was-
name is Sticky Ted.
My name is Larry on his chest.
Yes, Larry from here on out. So Larry throws you at Jeeve. Just narratively, I'm going to not cause any damage, but basically you guys are pushed towards the back of the car. And so that's the scenario.
Is it dead?
No.
No.
No, he like waves his two limbs around. It grabs half of his limb, or I guess takes the arm and then shoves it around his body and plugs it into the other half of him.
Vil, shoot him. And I
put
shoot
my-
him too.
I'm going to put my anti-armor cannon onto my blaster rifle.
Okay.
Can I aid in that? 'Cause she's probably.
It's just
like,
something I can
Yeah.
do. I don't have to roll for it.
Never mind. Go ahead.
And then I'm going to shoot him with that.
Do it. He ignores my armor.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll shoot with my Genos and blaster when it's my turn.
And kill the civilians behind it.
I did 4
He
points
said,
of damage.
Need I remind you?
Collateral.
She's over there like.
I'm sorry if it's loud at home. It's so much fun.
So I did 4 points of damage to him.
4 points of damage.
And it
Armor
goes through-
piercing.
Yeah, it's armor piercing. So
You shoot a little bit of shock. He's kind of like,
All right, let's see how my roll to 1 dice do for.
dude, down the hole. Did you see that?
Yeah,
That was wild. It does not count.
It's
if
gone.
A 6. Oh,
It's
it's
gone.
disappeared.
All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow. 10. You deal damage. Choose one. You're gonna evade, prevent. No, this is hack and slash. Sorry.
Or no, this is volley.
Yep. So it's gonna be clear shot. Deal your damage. Do it.
All right. And so then that's a D8. I forget. Gunslinger, I had 2 the damage each time, so
Oh
I
gosh.
should have been doing that.
I'm gonna run up and hack and
5,
slash again.
6, 7.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
And the head
Oh well.
falls
never mind.
back, and the droid hits the ground.
Well, never mind.
Jeez.
What is going on?
we got the killer. You guys are good.
And what the noble is like, it looks to me like you're the killer.
It's.
Should we kill the noble?
I go up. I go up to the droid just to make sure it's dead. And while I'm doing that, can I
Oh, see if there's
discern
anything good.
realities to see
Yeah.
if I can tell it's a nice
You're gonna need to make a spout lore, actually.
spout lore? Okay.
Yeah, it goes up. You walk up to it, and
4, 5, and then what's that add?
intelligence.
Intelligence 6, 7. So
7,
just
barely.
wow.
Otherwise, you're about to get grabbed by this
Whoa.
thing.
It's not dead yet?
Well, I have to find exciting ways to fail stuff.
I was like, oh no.
No.
So I'll tell you what you recall, but you're not sure how true it is. You definitely know this is an Imperial droid. Could have been manufactured for the purposes of being a valet. Could have been likely manufactured for war and violence. You're not sure exactly what it was capable of, but it seems to be immobile now.
All right, I'm going to basically like make up a lie and be like, good people, this is no mere ticket-taking droid. This is an Imperial assassin droid sent here to assassinate you, dear sir. And I point to the diplomat.
No.
Yes, but we have luckily found it out. and its accomplice, the ISB agent.
So what about him? And the guy who's been dead this whole time. The body that was initially killed.
Who's the body that was initially
When you
killed?
guys walked in, there was a
Well,
body.
yeah, is it just a dude though, or
Nobody's flipped him over.
Oh.
Obviously a victim of the real killers.
I thought you said the real killer was the droid.
Yeah,
Yes.
he killed the dude
it killed him to draw the?
to give pretense.
To draw you
Yes.
into the room.
Everyone's struggle is 1 plus charisma.
Trix just screams. Like they all were.
That's an 8.
7.
6, 7, 8, and then plus charisma 9, 10.
Plus
Oh, wow.
charisma?
Yep.
Or do you pick the best stat?
No, it's yes, you can technically do your stat. You're right.
Right? Struggle is 1.
Yep.
Oh.
So
11.
11.
Oh yeah, then 9.
Well, so how are you doing it? And then you determine the stat. So it's like if you're trying to manipulate, you need to roll plus charisma. Like if you're trying to be all charismatic,
That's what I'm doing. I'm
then
doing
you're
that.
doing charisma.
Well, I'm still at 10, so I'll take it.
And then you rolling. What are you doing?
I did intelligence. She's trying to watch the room and kind of feel and
See
she's
what's going on.
probably
Okay.
like,
Okay, I'll get an 8 for intelligence.
Okay. Everybody, you guys are keeping an eye and whispering to Drex as he's talking. Okay, that guy moved. That guy moved. You know, these guys seem to be, and Drex is like leading the, this is what's going on. And then you rolled plus charisma.
Yeah.
You're sort of just trying to feel it out.
Mhm.
Excuse me. And as you're sort of feeling it out, what did you roll?
8.
So everybody's sort of looking in the room, and yes, you've dealt with the threat. And then you sort of flip over the guy. And he is, what's the word? He's somewhat recognizable. You're not sure where you've seen him before. Your only assumption is that he might be a rebel contact.
It's Cassian Andor.
It might be. It's totally. I'm just destroying canon today. But no, he's just got like. He seemed to be probably a rebel contact. That's all you get from your kind of struggle is 1.
Okay.
And the whole group is like,
Does Chopper recognize this
Okay.
person?
Chopper is already at the front of the car. Like, what are we waiting for?
Don't worry, good people. I'll take this up with the captain of the train right away. You
Conductor.
just stay here and stay safe. The authorities will be here shortly.
The word is conductor.
Well,
Well, it's a spaceship, so it's a captain.
There
It's
you
a train.
it's a space train. All right. It's a space train conductor captain.
Capductor.
Condaptin.
And then
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys go to the next room, and you see the next car in front of you is a little bit larger, just from your initial step in. You walk through, and you see this vaulted chamber of Durasteel cells that line the walls. It's a bit wider of a car. You see force fields shimmer behind these thick blast doors, right? Floating above the central walkway is what looks like a man wearing black cloak, and he's got these like sort of jet boots, and he's like hovering above the room. He also has like ceremonial armor affixed to the exterior of his cloak, and then he's like twirling what looks like it's a mace. It's not a morning star. Like there's no chain. It's just a mace. And he's twirling it with like a rope at the bottom of it, like he would Thor's hammer. But in this case, it's a ball with spikes. And then you see this Lasat, this purple, tall. He's got like werewolf-style legs, right? But then the arms are, large and big, and he's got a face like an alien, but not like a traditional Martian. It's just,
Yeah.
it's hard to describe. But he is suspended in the cell below, unconscious. And then he says, the guy who's floating says, "Why? You said you could handle what I had to give you." "Whatever." And then he turns around and says, "Oh, it seems I have backup."
how can we be of assistance?
"This one will not give away his secrets."
Is he still twirling the mace while he's talking to us too?
Yes.
Oh, we'll
And
have
then
to.
hits the ground.
I guess we'll have to change his mind. Hmm.
Can I just like not noticeably like use the force and make him hit himself in the face with it?
Oh man, I want you to fail this. Go ahead. Roll plus charisma.
That is an 11.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
I think I might have lost a tooth. Oh my. I think okay, we're good.
That thing's dangerous, man. You
Little
gotta-
blood on his thumb. He's like, oh.
That's
be
gonna
careful.
bruise.
I do need to tell you what
Roll
race
damage?
this person is as he's turned around finally.
Roll damage.
No.
Oh.
You were just trying
I
to
was just embarrassed.
just embarrass him, weren't you? You were trying to like.
No, I was trying to do damage.
No,
I'd have made you roll a hack and
That-
slash
that
for a
was
volley.
so-
Well, either
Socially.
way, it would have been great.
that was socially damaging.
Yeah, he's way
all-
less cool now. That's so dumb. It's funny. No, but he is a. Just to let you know, if you care.
Yeah.
He
I
is
do.
a Nikto, so he has.
Okay, he's the
okay.
Leatherface guy.
Yeah, he has like spikes kind of protruding out of his
Yeah.
face, and he has no nose.
I'm a Gundam.
Very insectoid type look to him, and he's got like little circles. He might be breathing out of his neck.
Does he have the Nikto goatee also?
No,
Okay.
clean face.
Okay.
What is it? Ragtag, Verada, Nikto?
No,
What?
No
I
one
missed
here?
it.
No one here seen Evil Dead?
nah, you missed it. I know
Must
what you're
not
talking
have.
about. I'm a big fan, but of him, like the actor in it, but I've not seen it.
Well,
So anyway, he goes, "Oh, okay. My name is Omid. I have not met the four of you.
I'm an Imperial agent.
God dang it, Paxton.
I'm a Verk.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. God dang it. I'm actually going to penalize you for that." And he goes, "Right." And he becomes instantly suspicious.
I'm Lieutenant Clen Gamble.
Okay.
My name is Glib Shitto.
Glib Shitto. And who are you, a small one?
Sad to be here.
She's one of the mechanics on the train.
No, Taylor, you're supposed to role play.
And he says, "Fine. You are Imperial. You have experience in torture?"
I'm ISB. My name is not of a concern to you.
You will report to me, and me alone. Give him your name.
Where's
So-
your white cloak?
I'm wearing it.
You're in
you-
black.
Doesn't matter. No, the one we
You
killed
better
earlier.
flashback to
Oh,
change
flashback.
clothes.
You know, flashback to change clothes?
Because you're in a
Fine,
black.
I'll
you're in
do
a
it.
black
Sure.
uniform.
I don't care.
He rolled it.
How dare you to flash?
There's
11.
emotion.
11.
He's wearing something Imperial.
Not the ISB officers uniform?
Oh, you want to take the ISB
There wasn't
officer's
an
uniform?
ISB
Sure.
officer
All
in
right,
there.
so you take the ISB officer's uniform.
He was the detective.
Oh, that's who you took.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
So then when you walk, if you really do wear that, then when he walks in, he does say hello and says your name.
Yeah.
Nobody asked his name,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but you do find out his name was Chabad.
Wearing
It's Omid and
Chabad's
Chabad.
clothes.
I'm not joking.
Chabad.
Yeah, Chabad.
Chabad, hello.
You really want to give me? You really want me to give him a name?
I mean, the guy's name was Chabad. What do you mean?
No, my name.
Oh, your name?
Because he ordered me to give you a name.
I'm doing this so that way it doesn't risk him like reporting us. Yes.
Okay.
He's already moved on. You're like still on the. No, his name.
That and also to kind of get back at you for the Death Star. So that's.
Man, we have some like inter-party conflict going on here. So I'm having fun. So then you have this this guy. Now you guys look around the room a little bit. Go ahead and just give me somebody discern realities. My goodness.
I'll do it. She's just kind of there watching, kind of taking it all in.
Roll plus wisdom.
Alright. Oh, nice. Finally. plus wisdom is 12.
Nice.
12, right. So you're going to definitely ask 3 questions from the list below.
Cool.
The Discern Realities list.
What should I be on the lookout for?
What should you be on the lookout for? You should be on the lookout for somebody who is professionally a torturer, is probably not stable emotionally.
Okay.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Can I kind of just mosey my way over to the subject?
Yep. As you pass, you see many different aliens and humans in these cages along the side walls.
Is there like a set of torture tools out?
He has a mace.
But that's it.
I think
That's
that's
it.
just his thing.
Okay.
Is its name Windu?
No,
Oh my gosh.
it does not have a name because he's not a crazy person.
Well,
I mean, maybe.
I was about to say, you just called him crazy.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
What here are useful is valuable to you. This is fun. You see that his mace is also the key to all of the doors. Like there's a space
interesting.
for his mace in every bit of the floor in front of these chambers, which would open each door.
There's a space for his mace at the
There's a-
base of the door.
Yep.
Well. Neat. What is here, or what here is not what it appears to be?
Ooh.
Zeb is not unconscious. He's just waiting. He breathes like someone who's awake.
Cool.
And whose shoulder are you on currently?
I'm
she's
strapped to his
tied
belt.
to my belt.
Just like a
I'm
keychain.
dangling.
I'm sorry I had to take your legs out, but you failed miserably.
All right. I'm gonna, as I walk over to, what's his name? Zeb.
Zeb is the purple and
What's
Yeah.
that?
Lasat guy.
I'm gonna walk over and just kind of look like I'm inspecting him, and
You walk over past Omid.
I just kind of grab his head.
Oh, so he's behind a
Ray shield.
ray shield.
Oh, like a ray shield.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he's just in the center.
Think of like when Obi-Wan's chained up in Attack of the Clones and he and Dooku are talking. Something like that.
I thought that was when they were in the hallway.
It's a suspended cell. So it's like he's kind of in like a little bit of a floating cube and the walls are ray shields.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now.
I thought
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was like in the middle of being tortured.
Yeah.
He
I did
might have
too.
been, but that's not what's happening now. He's unconscious, and so he's like,
Oh, you just said he's not.
screw that guy. Well, yes, but
No, yes, but actually no.
he's not unconscious
Correct.
for the sake of her knowledge. But
I'll
to
s-
all of us, he's unconscious.
I'll kind of walk over there. I'll give it a beat while they're kind of like interacting, and then I'll look back and say, "Could you let me take a closer look at him real quick? Bring him down."
He just waves the mace and brings him down.
Oh.
And does the ray shields go down with that?
No, you said to bring him down. Did you ask him to open the ray shields?
Sure. Like I'm trying to like examine him because I'm acting like I know how to torture
Okay.
someone.
So then go ahead and roll plus charisma.
Okay.
What secrets are you looking for out of this subject?
7.
I have heard that there is secrets about the rebel base's first location. He is said to have knowledge of them.
Drex, make sure you ask for locations.
Oh, I will. Oh, that'll be one of many questions. And I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7. As you're getting closer, he says, "Zoom," and puts up the ray shield. What are you going to do with your bare hands? I will shock him awake, and you can talk to him. But no, you cannot get that close. And then he goes, "Wow, shite!"
Oh. Too right. Quite a strong species. You never know what they might do.
Is that British?
It's a very like smoky voice, but no, closer like a Australian or New Zealand.
Okay.
It's just
But
Alf
it's
again.
it's much more of a like a raspy, smoky kind of voice.
I've watched it recently and I looked at it this morning, but it's been a day. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how he sounds, but I think I've got it.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
I was gonna say, oh yes, of course. Can't get too close. These things, known for their brute strength.
Is the door that we came in closed?
Yes.
I'm gonna hack and slash the Omid guy.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a hot second to have a moment,
I mean, yeah, but
so relax.
yeah.
So he says, gosh, you're ugly.
Well, it takes one to know one, I guess. Tell me, do you have any tools that I could use to question the prisoner?
Omid says, yes. And he breaks off the bottom end of the mace, and there's like a button, and you can shock him if you want.
Okay. I'll take it, and I'll kind of stand between the guy and what's the guy's name?
Who?
The mace guy.
Omid.
Omid. I don't know
You're
why.
good.
I'll stand between Zeb and Omid, and I'll kind of look over to Zeb, and I'll just kind of give him like a wink.
He like makes a very visual like, excuse me.
And then I'll immediately shock him, like just briefly, just like. Ksh.
And every cage in this room shocks, and Omid goes, careful.
Every cage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very funny.
I'm gonna make a lap around and just inspect and see who's in all the other cells.
And I'm gonna look to I want to call you Ewan. Jeeve. I look to Jeeve.
Wrong game.
And I just kind of like just a real brief kind of like, point with my eyes, like position yourself.
Yeah.
He goes to the back of the room and prepares to ignite his lightsaber and hack and slash the door, I'm assuming.
Omid.
Oh, Omid. He's prepared. He's ready to run up and slash him.
No, and I just look to Omid and I just kind of give like a nodding smile, like, yes. I turn back to Zeb and I say, tell me, Zeb, my name is, how rude of me, I am Glib.
Yeah, you are.
Very funny. You know what else is funny? Is how you managed to get yourself here. I've heard you have quite the reputation, and honestly, being let yourself taken alive doesn't sound much like you.
What? I got here. What?
Do you know how you got here?
Well, I know how I didn't. I didn't come out my mom looking like a traffic cone like you did.
And I'll zap him.
Everyone in the room gets zapped a little bit, and you hear one in the corner go, oh.
You know, do you care nothing? I thought you rebels were soft. You care nothing for the other prisoners in this room?
And he says, of course I care. And Chopper's like, whoa, careful.
And I'm going to just kind of pace around him and just kind of pretend to be a villain, basically, for a minute.
Sure.
And when I see that everyone... What are you...
I'm walking around looking at cells, seeing if there's anyone of interest in them for us.
And I'll tap on you to like put me close to you or on the shoulder.
All right. You're on my shoulder.
Okay. The mace is a key.
Okay.
Okay. You're looking for anyone of interest. Go ahead and give me a discern realities.
Got a 12.
A 12.
12.
You see a couple pikes. You see a Utai. An Athorian, right? Just like alien-esque people the Empire's known for capturing without question. You see a Corrin. You see what looks like an Umbaran, so humanoid looking, but just a lot of alien races, and then you do see a Chiss as well,
A Chiss.
which is probably the most
Ooh.
interesting to you.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to the Chiss's cell.
Chiss has blue skin and
Yeah,
red eyes. Just
Admiral
so that everyone's
Thrawn.
understanding, just
Yeah.
because Taylor doesn't know. Blue skin, red eyes, very elvish in the beauty of their look.
Chiseled cheekbones.
Yeah, it's a man. He has long black hair.
What's your name?
He spits off to the side.
Shock 'em.
Okay. You see him sort of clench his teeth.
What's your name?
He doesn't say.
And I'll look to what is Obeb?
Omid.
Omid. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I look to Omid and I go, do you have anything that's a little more acute that I could use?
And then he looks down and points to your gun.
Well, we
That
don't,
might work.
well, we don't want the fun to end too quickly, do we?
Then he like sort of goes to his belt, pulls back the cloak, and pulls out like a small like fillet blade
Mm-hmm.
and hands it to you.
Okay. And I'll be like, the ray shields.
Go ahead and make one more to find injured charisma. And then finally the Chiss says, Parnamo Soga.
I don't speak your language, but I want you to come with us.
That's my name, you idiot.
I need to bring you back for interrogation.
Right.
What are you, speciest?
I don't speak Italian.
It's like going, hey, what's your name? Ernesto. I don't know what that means. It's my name, bro. Like
Fragile.
All right.
Must be Italian.
Like, my gosh.
6, 7, and it's plus wisdom.
No, it's plus charisma because you're telling
8,
him to get to do
9.
something. 9. He says, "You seem awfully interested in opening a ray shield."
How am I supposed to use this? You've been torturing him how long?
Oh, it's been a couple hours.
A couple hours, and how much information have you gotten?
I know his name is Zeb.
We all know his name is Zeb.
True enough.
So, the shock therapy, we've tried it, it doesn't work, we need to get more personal.
And he walks over to the front of this ray shield and just lays the mace in the front, and then the ray shield goes down.
Omid, while you're at it, I need to take this Chiss back for interrogation. I've got an admiral that might be interested in speaking with him.
Yes, and the Empire has a slaver who is interested as well. Do you have much to pay?
How much are they asking?
While he's talking to him, I'm going to look over to him and tell him to, motion to him to get close to the mace.
Yeah, I'll do so.
How much is he asking?
How many beans?
359.
359,000 credits.
For a single individual?
We're now
That's
We're
mad.
now at 0 beans.
While they're doing that, I'm also getting up to Zeb, and I'm looking for his restraints.
You're looking for his restraints.
Yes.
So he currently is not restrained.
Yeah,
It
he's
seems that
currently
this-
just roaming
This
free.
seems that this Omid guy is pretty confident in himself.
Well, I'm going to lean in. I'm going to put the knife up to him and lean in while everyone's talking and whisper, "When I give you the signal, we're going to get out of here."
Hey, no need to get personal.
He didn't hear me?
He does.
No.
He's covering.
Oh, but how else would we have the fun? And then, what's your...
Omid, I've got ancient Sith relics if you would take those instead of credits for him.
It's not my answer, but I am interested.
I've got 23 shards of an old crystal.
Why are you gonna pay him if we're gonna kill him?
You know, maybe I will just shoot you. And I pull out my gun and put it like up against his like under his jaw.
You'd be doing me a favor. Your breath smells.
Uh-huh. You know, it stinks even more.
It's true, it does.
You know what stinks even more? I don't know. I think I was talking about where you came from earlier.
So, Omid, what will it be?
One-liner, and then I shoot I shoot Omid.
And then you just bang. All right.
I'm gonna
I love
hack and
it.
slash him
Yeah,
as
you're close
well.
enough. What are you doing? Tied to the hip?
No, I'm on his shoulder now.
Oh, okay.
So she's in her bag, just scurrying
And
after he shoots.
Let me know if you roll a critical success on something, and I might give your legs back.
Oh wow.
I'll say to
I
him,
did. I
the
got
mace.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
12. Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the mace as well. If that's a separate action, I don't know, but
So you're rolling what?
attack and slash and pick up the mace.
Just roll hack and slash. Let me know what happens.
8.
8. Okay. So you roll to hack and slash. You attempt to swipe, and he's gonna deal damage back to you.
Okay.
So roll your damage.
Man, I cannot roll better than a 9 on damage tonight.
So, do I roll the 2d6 for damage given to him? Or do I roll my damage die?
You roll 2d6 to do a volley, and then tell
Okay.
me how that goes.
Okay. Because I want to shoot him as well.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot.
I
All
rolled
right,
a 10.
everybody's shooting.
10 on a volley. And I'm going to do surprise attack. When you attack a surprised or defenseless enemy with a ranged weapon, you can choose to deal your damage or roll plus dex on a 10 plus. Choose to. Their armor is reduced. So I did roll a 10.
Okay.
So 5, 6, 7, and then plus dex 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And then, so I can choose 2. I'm going to choose.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Is he wearing armor?
Yeah.
Seems so.
Okay. And this is with the Geonosian Blaster then. In that
Okay.
case, I would have gotten that ready.
Oh, and everyone's in ray shields, so they're protected.
So I'll deal my damage plus 1d6, and their armor will be reduced by 1 until they repair it.
Okay.
So I shot, and I still have the armor piercing attachment on mine from earlier. So I shot, and I got a 9.
Okay. So you're gonna roll damage, and then you're also gonna suffer the enemy's attack.
Okay.
Wow.
I shot. I got 8.
Okay. So you will suffer the enemy's attack. No,
I
you
hit.
won't suffer the enemy's attack. It's deal your damage and choose one. I keep looking at hack and slash.
I'm like, no.
No, you're just
I
either.
was gonna deal damage with disadvantage, which I
Okay.
got 1 is
Okay.
the disadvantage.
So
I
1.
Yeah.
So I hit for 9 points of damage.
Oh.
Okay. 9 points of damage. So that's 10 so far.
I
So
did 9.
I have 8,
9.
9, 10 plus a d6, which is going to be another 5. So 15 points of damage.
Okay. So very, very quickly, he
24.
goes down. You slice his arm off. You shoot him in the back. You fire at his legs. You shoot him in the head, and he drops near instantly. And he's dead.
We all just hold a cool pose while the smoke.
Throw me the mace. I want to get this chiss out of here.
Why don't we just free all of them?
We're going to do that, but I want the chiss with me.
I'm just gonna unlock all
I
the
think
cells.
he's got a thing for
So,
you.
zoom, 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 and you unlock like all 25 of the cells in the
Yeah.
room.
Wow.
Many of them are like, thank you. Now what? Some of them stretch their limbs. And then, you see the chiss as you let him out, sort of like cracks his knuckles, stretches his neck.
Are you loyal to the Empire?
If he was, why would he be here?
Just wait.
No.
You'll fit right in. Fall in line. Let's get him out of here.
All right, Zeb. Your droid dragged us all the way here for you.
And then you see as Chopper and Chopper runs up to Zeb and grabs his like leg and gives him a hug, and then Zeb goes, "Hey, it's nice to see you too, Chopper." And then you hear him go, "Ah!" And then Chopper had like pinched him in the leg really, really hard. And then he shakes, and then Chopper spins around and he goes, "Ah, ah, 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 ah." And it was clearly not really, like, they're not really friends, but they're friends enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're essentially siblings.
Yep.
I mean, that's
And so he goes, "All right, so, sure. Who sent you? Chopper's here, but
Some green lady.
green Twi'lek.
got it. Great. Then where to next?
The back of the train.
You sure?"
That's where the ship was.
Well, we still need to pick up the stranger if that's not him. Are you the stranger we're looking for?
What stranger? I've been locked here.
We've been told to look for, and I quote, the stranger. That's all we know.
I believe it's my blue-skinned friend here.
Have you asked him?
Are you the stranger?
I told you my name is Parnamosaga.
He's the stranger.
I'm gonna go see what's happening up at the front. And I grabbed the mace and used it as a key to open the front.
Yep, you open the front door, and you see that the train has like a front space, and then there is a four-armed person. I guess the last instance you may have seen this in Star Wars would be like the pod race, but this person has 4 arms, really long arms, and they have like kind of a bug-like face.
Ben whatever.
Ben Quadneros.
Yeah.
And he's like loading things in and turning gears and dials and making sure that everything works, and all 4 of his limbs are going crazy. And there are, kid you not, 20 stormtroopers up here.
Do they notice us?
They're not turning around.
I'm gonna close the door real quick, and I'm gonna lock it.
Okay. Here's what I need to happen. I need you to just roll. Oh man, this is really interesting. Just employ speed. Roll plus dex. You're like, oh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Very
Okay.
nice.
Yep.
Okay, back of the train. Let's go.
I'm gonna start heading that
Alrighty.
way.
Let's move.
Come on, everybody. If you want to get off this boat, we're going this way.
Do you have the mace?
Yeah.
He does.
I picked it up. I was opening cells. I would think I still have it.
Well, didn't I just use it?
You guys maybe shared it. You have the bottom end, the shocky thing, whatever. Long story short, you get it open. You have the card. You have the key card to get up to the
Yeah.
front.
Oh, yeah. So, we'll say I have
But
it.
just the mace is just letting you know. It does have like a button on it.
Okay.
So just letting you know that.
Obligatory self-destruct button.
Is it not the shock button?
It's not the shock button.
There's another button.
There's another button like on the handle.
Can I spout lore?
Sure.
All right. No, I'm already on it. 5, 6, and then what am I adding?
Intelligence.
7, 8.
Very nice.
This mace is extremely ceremonial to you, it looks like. What it's capable of, it's definitely modified from its original intent. Its original intent was to shatter and crush bones. It was also used to make people who wouldn't otherwise want to be buried alongside their masters fit in the box with them.
Oh,
Oh. Wow.
okay. Creepy.
So don't press the button until we get outside, because I have a bad feeling about it.
I wasn't gonna press this.
He was gonna press the button. Jeeve, do you think he was gonna press the button?
No.
He was gonna press the button.
It's beside the point. Let's go. Come on. I run forward.
So you all run to the back, towards the back of the train. You head onto the exterior of it, and you enter the Phantom. The back door closes.
Do we take all those people with us?
You take yourselves with you. You can't fit everybody on there. You could probably fit, I'm going to say there are 8 seats, and there are 4 of you.
About.
There was us, Zeb, Chopper, and then the Chiss.
But then there's all these other aliens. There's 25 cells, and everyone was full except Zeb's, so it's 24 aliens. One
I'll-
of them being the Chiss.
I'll be like, give me the mace.
Okay. I'll give it
And I
to
say, here is your key to the train. Go take control of the front. Good luck. And I throw it to everyone.
All right.
Goodbye.
Yep.
One of them's like, and then he's like, and then they all run.
There you go.
Cool.
we close the door.
Good luck. Hopefully they live, right?
Yeah. Or at least make a distraction for us to
I
get
can't
away.
swim.
And then you guys hop on the ship. The ship detaches. And you fly away.
All right.
All right, we're going back to Chandrilla.
Head down towards the planet, and you hear on the comms in towards the back of the ship that same young voice trying to act older says, "Which platform?" I don't know why I need to change.
What is
it
this?
now.
Is this like a driver's ed ship? Who is that?
I don't know.
Zeb.
I hate
Did
this
anybody write down our platform number when we got
I
here?
don't think we had one.
one. It's fine. You just tell me the platform.
7.
Sure.
Solid
And then
3/4.
Yeah.
it goes and lands alongside the Spitfire. This ship is dwarfed by the Spitfire.
Okay. I think this is.
Why did we do all this in the
Extends.
first place? Anyone remember?
Well, we had to find
We were-
Zeb.
They were gonna go pick up Mon Mothma, and they were sending us to go meet like some sort of rebel, either specialist, contact, something. They just called it the Stranger. We don't know more than that.
Oh, I think I know who the stranger is. It's that dead guy that the assassin droid killed.
Fittingly,
Wait. The Stranger?
You know that body we passed when we went through the car with all the screaming civilians?
Yeah, they didn't like us.
Yeah, I think that was your rebel contact. He was murdered by the droid.
Dank Ferric.
Zeb, we have reason to believe that taking Mon Mothma to Dantooine will end up tragically. We don't have a way to contact the main rebel cell and tell them to find a new meeting point, but I'm sure you do.
I can't. Too many cells to control. We're headed to Dantooine, whether we all die or not.
that's funny. You should mention that. That's what's gonna happen if we go.
The Death Star is targeting Dantooine next.
Death Star. Oh, you're talking about that big ball of death?
In the stars, yes.
Yes. It's no moon, it's a space station.
I think it's a myth.
We came from there.
It had to be an orbital bombardment
No.
from the Star Destroyers. There's no way it was
We were
anything else.
there.
Nope. I understand denial is
We were there.
strong, but no, it's real.
Okay, so that was the Stranger. Hera, the Twi'lek you were talking to, she knew more about the plan than I did. And it seems like she wanted you to get me, which is actually kind of meaningful. But the Stranger, I could reach out to Hera and you could ask her directly.
Let's do that.
Okay. The Phantom here doesn't have the ability to do that. Doesn't have a long-range transmitter.
You can use our ride.
I appreciate it. It looks nice. And he just starts walking towards it. The ship opens up for you guys. All of your traditional crew is available for if you guys want to involve them. And then you head over towards the bridge area, and he connects and says, "Come in, Hera, Hera." And then you see the bust of a green Twi'lek woman who has goggles on her head. But of course, in this case, she is blue with holographic image. And she says, "Yes, hello, Zeb, Zeb." And he's like, "Yeah, I lived. The idiots you sent after me were pretty good." Okay, great. We're rendezvousing on Dantooine.
Bad idea.
No.
Hello. You are the crew of the Spitfire, right?
Yes.
Yes. I appreciated your assist on this. I've heard through the grapevine that you are all members of the rebellion.
Yes.
I
When have we
don't
ever-
like labels, but
I don't think we've officially discussed that.
We're definitely opposing the Empire, but we don't have any affiliation.
I see. But I'm hoping you can keep a secret nonetheless.
Of course.
Well, you're more than welcome to come to us on Dantooine.
No, don't go to Dantooine.
yeah, I wouldn't go there if I were you.
The mission to capture or retrieve Mon Mothma is going a bit longer than expected. But, we should be fine.
No. You cannot go to Dantooine.
We've gathered, I should say, intel that should inform your decision to go there.
What is the intel?
Well, boys,
He did it, not me.
The Death Star is in fact a real weapon. It was used to destroy Alderaan, and its next target is Dantooine. It will be firing within a couple of days.
That's unfortunate. We'll have to go faster to Dantooine to ensure that we can get those that are already there off.
There's already people there.
We've been sending them for months.
yikes!
Oh no.
15 beans.
15
Successful
beans.
getaway.
15 beans. 15 beans. How very kind. Thank you, Michelle. I'm not sure what to do.
It's 9 3/4.
Yeah,
I don't
nine-
think I can add 3/4 of a bean, but I'll see what I can do.
No, that was for the platform.
I
yeah,
wanted to
it's
say
if
it,
any number shows up in
Oh.
the chat.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, I'm not sure really what to do. Is there a way that you could potentially reach out to your contact that gave you this information and see if they might be able to help us change that?
We were the ones who got the information. We're the eyewitnesses.
I was the one who changed the targeting sensor on the Death Star.
I don't like him either.
I don't know if you needed to tell her that part. But
I'm not affiliated with the Empire anymore. There's no lies between people.
why I'm not
Quote,
an
unquote.
honest person. It gets you in trouble.
Hold on, step aside. And you see as Hera scoots over, and then there is a man with a chin beard and a ponytail, and he's like, "You what? You changed the Death Star to the freaking place that the rebels are meeting?"
From my intel, there was nobody there. That's why I picked it.
And
Abandoned
that's
planet.
the point. We've been dripping that for the Empire for the past month.
Well, yeah, I was in the Empire. I was going off the intel I'd been given.
Well, then get your ass back to the Death Star.
That's a no-go. We raised a lot of hell there, and there's no chance we're getting back on board. They know the ship.
Plus, like we said, we're not officially rebels, so we don't really take orders from the rebellion.
He just looks up and he just steps to the side. He's all very grumbled, and Hera's like, he'll get over it. Long story short, we can't change the location. Figure it out. Zeb, get back here. And then she hangs up.
You guys didn't even ask about the stranger.
Crap.
You want to try to pull her? He goes, all right, hold on. And he hits the buttons again. And she goes, Zeb, you know the rendezvous point.
Quick question we meant to ask. Who is the stranger supposed to be?
The stranger?
Yes.
You found the stranger.
No.
Well, maybe, but we're not sure if it was them who was dead.
The stranger is our point of contact for essentially a slow drip on that side of the galaxy of Imperial information.
Were they on board that train that we found Zeb?
Yes, Zeb was supposed to get captured and then, upon escaping, make contact with the stranger. Right. That's what I was supposed to do. My bad.
What's this stranger's name?
He's gone by the stranger. The only alias we had was the stranger.
What's he look like?
Human. And he describes the dead body.
Ooh, yeah.
He's like mega dead.
Yeah.
Mega.
Gosh dang it. not sure what to do.
Well, so about our payment, by the way, I forgot to mention that part.
Yeah, this wasn't a mercy mission. We need supplies and
Yeah.
credits. Maybe the spunky little droid will do.
He looks up and he's like, no! And then you see coming up the ramp is a small boy who has like blackish blue hair. It's stupid that it's blackish blue.
Yeah.
But he comes up the stairs. He's also got blue eyes, and he's a young Ezra is the character's name.
Jabba the Hutt is here.
Stop it. And he says, I got an idea.
Whoa. There's children?
This isn't a babysitter ship.
Yeah, I'm no kid. I'm old enough.
I mean, you took me along. I think we can handle this.
You're human, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're a child.
Listen, I've got an idea, and you're going to listen. So, you guys have a lot of people in the galaxy after you, right?
I know I do. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Two, but
Maybe.
I have a
Who wants
target
to
on my
know?
back.
Well, seeing as how you, he points to Vil, you screwed it up, you should fix it. If you guys distract the Empire long enough while we're on our base, then maybe they'll forget about that little target and pick a new one.
And we get what out of this?
I don't know, that's up to Hera. Yes, thank you, Ezra, for so wonderfully coming up with that plan. Get back on the Phantom. But,
Round up to 10.
all right. And he steps away and walks back, and he goes, actually, Hera, I don't, and this is Zeb, actually, Hera, I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea if they could get a hold of the right person. Somebody big enough to make a decision. You guys wouldn't happen to know anybody.
If we did, what's in it for us?
And then finally that chin beard ponytail guy comes back in and says, all right, I think that we can afford to give you some credits. We're going to have to ask around. But if enough people in the chat give you beans in the next episode, you should have that much that we can offer you.
All right. Crack my knuckles. Now we're talking.
So you want us to enrage an Imperial officer enough to distract them from Dantooine?
Somebody connected to the Death Star at the very least.
Oh,
We've got an idea.
yeah, I think we know someone.
Good. And he steps away, and Hera's like, I apologize. We've got to go quickly. We're headed to Dantooine. I'd like to not die on that planet. Good luck.
You too.
So, 50 beans!
Wow.
50 beans. I think she means 50,000 beans?
I don't know. So, good luck. And then Zeb leaves
You
the
too.
ship. And then he grabs Ezra by the collar of his thing and says, you should not be eavesdropping. And he walks him over towards the Phantom. And they take off. And Chopper's like, Murr! And then they land back again. And they get Chopper on the ship. And they fly away. 50,000 beans!
You want to hand me another counter?
I can.
Yes.
You know what? I don't think you even asked us at the
Yeah,
beginning.
you didn't.
I didn't because I knew this was coming.
I was going to say, I was going to comment towards the end.
10 billion beans.
So, Chiss, what exactly do you know? Why were you on the Imperial prison transport? What was the deal with any of this?
I told you my name. You can call me Parn if you must.
Well, Parn,
I feel like that's going to go south very quickly.
why were you on a prison transport?
Because I'm the best shot this side of the galaxy. That's why.
Oh.
So did you shoot an Imperial?
Yeah.
Which Imperial?
I don't know.
Was he an officer? Or did you just, anybody can shoot a stormtrooper?
I saw a couple of lines on the shirt and there was a couple behind him. And so I hit all 4 of them at the same time.
So you're
All
a
of them at the same
sniper.
No. This guy's an idiot.
Are you a bounty
Yes.
hunter?
Of course I'm a sniper. You're stating the obvious now? My name is Parn. Remember that.
Yeah, it's a total sniper name. Gosh.
It's an anything name. This galaxy's limitless. There's a guy named Glup over here.
I believe he said his name was Glib.
Yeah.
Glib.
You really are speciest, aren't you?
I'm Imperial. I can't help it.
And
See, he admits
Glib
it.
is definitely just a word in Galactic Basic.
Yeah.
You could have done better.
My name's Drax.
Nice to meet you. I'm Parn.
Hi, Bart. You know, I'm also somewhat of a shot myself.
You can have your legs back.
Great, because I got my eyes back.
Ah,
Nice. So you have your legs back.
I'm Vil.
Okay, you gotta be joking. Your name is Vil?
My name is Vil.
Okay. There's a warrant out for you.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Are you a bounty hunter? I thought
Yep.
you were a sniper.
One of them is a pastime, and the other one is how I do it.
Can you not snipe as a bounty hunter?
There's
yeah. Why you
he's either military or he's not.
I don't see how that matters in this case.
So are you gonna try to take me in?
No, you saved my life.
Okay. Rest of the crew should introduce themselves to you then.
What was this, like a free for all? I liked his idea. Am I getting paid?
If you help us.
Okay, what's my cut?
Well, you're new, so smaller.
Okay.
10%.
That's a big cut.
Hold on. How? Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's
5.
25.
5 with Tan's eye as well.
5 with Tan's eye.
So it'd be 20.
Are you including
each.
Al, Tila?
Like the whole crew in the ship.
How much?
If you want a list, I can give you. Jeeve, Drex, Tanzai, Tila, Grusk, Lix, Trix, Sky, currently offline, Xena, we don't talk to, Samfith, we don't talk to, Vil, Al, and him. New guy.
Licks.
Yeah, I've
Yep.
included.
Sorry, I'm just making sure.
I have everyone written down.
That's everyone currently with us.
Not currently. There are 3 people that are not currently with us there.
Okay.
That's
so How
it.
many?
So 10% would be an equal share. So we would want to divide it.
How many? There's 10 of us?
I'd give him half of what an equal share is.
So 5%.
5%.
Yeah. And the rest of the 5% would go
I see.
to everyone else.
Yeah.
5% seems fair. Who are we killing?
It's not so much who we're killing that matters, but who we're getting to chase us.
If it's not to kill, I don't fire.
Oh, they'll be killing. Don't you worry.
I won't just shoot like a brick because you need a brick blown out. I only shoot to kill.
No, okay. Okay. You done?
I feel good.
All right.
You have a gun?
Yeah.
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 Plenty.
Don't I have a sniper rifle?
Yeah.
I've got
Somebody does.
I've got an attachment to make mine one.
I think I have a long arm
You do.
Tuscan
Yeah.
sniper rifle.
That'll cover it.
And I picked that. I left it on the ship, so I just picked that up and I throw it over to him.
Thanks.
Do you want some armor?
They won't see me coming.
Okay.
Our target is Darth Vader.
Juicy.
All right. Who's that?
Somebody you need to shoot for.
Okay.
You can try to kill him, but good luck. He's the one who will get to chase us.
Okay. Where's he live?
The
He-
moon.
Okay.
I don't know that we currently know that.
Yeah, I mean, he's actively chasing us, right?
Yes, but we don't know where he lives.
I don't think that's... Is there a way for us to find that out? I feel like that would be almost impossible.
It's most likely that he's on the Imperial Superstar Destroyer dubbed the Executor.
What about Coruscant?
Coruscant's for politicians.
Or Palpatine's there if you want to go high and mighty about it.
That's too dangerous.
Not
That's
that actually.
Way
bad
too
of an
much
idea.
heat. What are you talking about?
Well, no, not. I'm saying Vader might be there.
He's probably hunting rebels.
So we do something loud, predictable, draw them out.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm not in charge. I'm just here. What do you do?
So do we go?
You're on your ship, sitting at a Chandrila
was gonna
base
say,
space.
Drex.
Why don't we figure that out during the break?
Oh, I mean, we've bulldozed through the break time.
I have to pee so
All right.
bad.
We'll take a break. We'll be back in 5, maybe 10. See ya.
Okay.
See you in like 10 minutes. And we're back. You're watching Ragtag with Jaden, Zane, Taylor, Paxton, and Jackson. Oh yeah. All right. So you are all on the Spitfire on Shangri-La, having just concluded a heist, saving someone and the stranger perishing on the train. Your first simple, maybe easy heist, but a success? Maybe not. So now we discuss what's next, having been placed between a rock and a hard place. The people, the rebels, are determined to rendezvous on Dantooine. And yet, that is exactly where they will die if you're unable to distract the Death Star or someone important enough to change the target. There has been pretty legendary names thrown around. Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, your mom. But we find ourselves in discussion now. The entirety of the crew, including Tila, Trix's dad. Or is he not there? Is he back on the other place?
I think we got him from Cloud City.
Cool. So, but the whole gang is there. Al as well, and a new recruit, Parn, who will be paid.
Bless you.
Thank you.
What do we do? What is going on? What are we discussing?
They mentioned Vader. I want to roll charisma to see if I can sense him through the Force and find out where he's at.
I will warn you. If you push, and something pushes back, your location will be found. Is that a risk you're willing to take?
We're not currently at Dantooine. We're in the middle of space.
No, we're
so.
on Chandrila.
You're on Shangri-La.
No, I mean, we can always leave, though. That's
I understand. I'm just basically making sure you know the risks.
I don't think it would be worth.
Oh, you're not in his mind.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are you gonna do it?
I know. It's going through
Yeah, just let it happen.
characters.
It's all good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll.
Just let it happen.
I think Trix is gonna go to a map.
12.
Okay, we'll get to that. Trix, you go to a map.
Yeah, just to see what any ideas come. It's a research, basically.
I see. So you need to roll steeped in lore. Roll plus intelligence.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
2 1s, so
2 1s.
it's not good.
All right. So you're going to a map. And she steps up. Her legs are still coming back to her. She steps up on the map as Jeeve is crisscrossed on a chair. His eyes are closed. You guys are all kind of lounging, thinking deeply. Some people are having light discussion, just casual, like, hey, how was the mission? What happened? How's your leg? Whatever. And you are just swiping the map. And then you just rub over the communications and you hear the microphone go and you're like, oh, everything's fine. And you continue to search through the map and you're not sure if you find anything or not.
I want to start repairing my chest plate.
You begin to repair your chest plate. It will take some time, but it's doable.
Okay.
I'm comparing gun flare with Parn.
Nice.
We're both just like,
You twirl it. That's nice. I like that.
and he's like,
all the way around like it's an electric guitar. And then he goes, watch this. And he takes it apart in 10 seconds and puts it back together in 10 seconds.
mine doesn't come apart like that. It's kind of one unit.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. It's just,
I like it. It's nice. Very cool. I mean, Geonosian customization.
oh wait, yeah,
That's
yeah.
brilliant. If you accidentally shoot that, you like blow your legs off.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. You know.
I like it. So, how was it?
Whoa. There's the Australian.
Who we out here? How we doing, eh? It's Al. He's wearing no shirt. He's jacked.
Oh, I thought you were Zeb.
No, I'm Al. Zeb's gone.
Like, whoa.
I am.
It's like, I missed my ride.
I am Al. I'm Al. He's like, how was it?
It was fine.
It was almost too easy.
Well, we saved him. Aye?
Yeah, we got this blue guy.
You look... Excuse me, what's your name? I'm Parn. Okay. I'm... Chicken.
I was waiting for it.
I'm just kidding, I'm Al. Right. Nice to meet you, Al. You look familiar. Not sure I can place your face. That's... You're not joking. Okay. I'm a clone. Okay. I'm a twin. I like this guy. He's nice.
Isn't he great?
He's blue, but he's cool.
He's a cool blue.
So,
All right. And the ship's on its way.
where?
Nowhere.
Okay.
Just sitting there. That's why I'm like, this is not me.
All right. So
I've told you what
What's-
I did. You told me we get back to me.
Oh,
that's
I
what
know.
was-
I have
what's-
to. I can't.
what's-
This is pretty epic. I have to save it.
Yeah.
what's the research function?
Steeped in lore.
I'll steep in lore to find where I like the best place to find Vader.
Okay. Roll plus intelligence.
Five, 6, 7, 8, and then intelligence 9, 10.
Okay. So you may choose 3 from the Steeped in Lore. Learn a valuable treasure, learn of a dangerous enemy or group, learn something useful about an area's history, layout, or politics, or research when unnoticed by your enemies.
Research went unnoticed by my enemies.
Okay, that's 1. You get 3 of them.
Shoot, I should have had it open. Which freaking page is it on, bruh? Steeped in lore. Here we go. Learn of a dangerous enemy or group. And, I learned something useful about an area's history, layout, or politics. The last 3, basically.
Okay. You learn just through your searching through, and you learn of a party going on in the middle of the galaxy. It seems that in light of recent Alderani events, there is a meeting of the Senate to go over what is going on.
Senate was disbanded.
I was about to say.
Was it disbanded or was
Well,
it
no,
still?
it was-
In the beginning of A New Hope, it was dissolved.
Well, so it's still. I guess you're right.
This
but
could be the last. You could argue this is like their last meeting, and
maybe
then
it's like some
maybe-
sort of a formal meeting.
Happy
then-
retirement.
post.
Yeah, have Palpatine come out and say this isn't working. This is dissolved. That's
Long story short, I like the idea that all the politicians are gathering after the Death Star has gone off on Coruscant to just have a gala. And this is going to be where you're going to find all of that information. You're going to be able to talk to the higher ups. You're going to be able to figure out who's met him, who knows where he lives, where do his ships go. All the information would be stored there potentially. It's a pretty important event going on.
All right, and then I'll set in the course for that accordingly.
You set in the course, and then you hear this coming from the communication, and you realize it's been on. So you click it off. And then your coordinate that you just entered has disappeared. And you're a little confused by that. Do you re-enter the coordinate?
I look to see if anyone's done anything.
I'm still in the back
Is,
room.
anyone else see this? Anyone else?
I'm meditating.
Was that just me? Or,
I think Trix is nearby.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
did you see that? Did you do that?
possibly.
Enter it again.
You enter it again. And you guys can head to Coruscant. You enter hyperspace, and you find yourselves in hyperspace.
All right. If I can have your attention.
I'm gonna walk out, and I'm not wearing my chest plate, but I have everything else on.
Okay? He wanted to be there for this conversation.
All right. We're going to Coruscant. There's a gala for all of the politicians that are freaking out about the dissolution of the Senate coinciding with the destruction of Alderaan. We are going to crash the party. And this is how we will get Vader's attention. Any questions?
What do you mean crash the party? Are you wanting to just talk to people, or
Maybe at first.
I have an excuse to wear my Class A's? I'm in.
And who's to say can't get a little extra loot from this endeavor? A lot of rich people in one place.
Yeah.
Who's in?
I'm in.
I'm meditating.
I'm in.
Tanzai?
Tanzai? I don't know. The answer's probably yes. I think Tanzai goes with whatever Drex says most of the time.
Okay. All right. Everyone, put on your best clothes. We're going to the gala.
Okay.
You're currently on the way. And there's kind of an air of importance to this, right? Because it's no longer just, even for Drex probably, it's no longer just like a heist for heist's sake. It's not for the money, it's not for just the thrill. It's potentially for a lot of people living. I'm curious, I'll go around the table, what is going through your head, and I'll end with Jeev, because Jeev's got a lot in his mind, literally. But I'm curious, maybe we'll start with Trix. What are you thinking as you guys are headed towards Coruscant?
She's probably thinking about how can she help make enough commotion to fix the problem.
I see. Thinking about how to get the attention that you need
Yeah.
to solve it. Okay. It's going through Ville's head.
I'm definitely thinking about how we're going to make a lot of noise, but more importantly, Ville's thinking, I need to make sure that that target gets changed no matter the cost. This is my fault. Everything that has happened is because of me.
Okay. What's going through Drex's head?
Drex is weirdly anxious for the first time about a mission like this. This is kind of what he does, but for whatever reason, and I don't think he wants to admit to himself that he feels the stakes on this one. Not just because it's you're helping a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people's lives hang in the balance, but also it's like, when he started out, he was by himself, and now he's got this huge crew of colleagues and some friends, and it's, lots on the line, and we're about to go into the mouth of the lion's den and attract one of the most ruthless killers in the galaxy to chase us. So,
Weirdly relatable. I like it. And then we will end with, or not end, but we will conclude our thought on Jeev. So Jeev, you're feeling your hook in the water pull a little bit. And you're attempting to reach out to Vader?
Find where he is, yeah.
You reach out across the galaxy and you feel a handful of whispers, a handful of worms on your hook. You feel some pull from Tatooine. You feel some pull from Coruscant. You feel a pull from Mustafar. You feel a pull from many planets. Some of those pulls weaker than others. The strongest pull, believe it or not, is coming from Coruscant.
Cool. I'm gonna write that down before I do more.
Yep. And I want to know what's going through your head now that you have all of that information.
Jeeves just kind of thinking of himself, he and Teal are starting to make things work, and he's come this far with these people he loves. He doesn't want to risk losing losing more than what he's already lost before meeting this band of ragtag people. And he wants to do anything he can to protect them, but he doesn't want to risk losing the happiness he's found and the peace he's found if it comes to it.
And then you sort of realize the feelings that you have are reflected back, almost as if the same feeling was being projected in your mind, and you feel this sort of scared, anxious energy from someone feeling the exact same thing. And then a deep voice says, "Get out." And it's Darth Vader, echoing the same sentiment emotionally that you were just feeling. This residual, I love and I will not let them go feeling. I need you to roll plus charisma.
$11.
And 11. I have to just double check. Okay. With an 11, it is your choice. Would you like to gain a little bit of the dark side? You can hear your master saying to you in your mind, use your feelings. But you also hear your master in your mind saying, don't let them control you.
I think I will.
Okay. We will add that between episodes. But he will have a little bit of the dark side. Ooh. Ooh. As we exit hyperspace and we look at the massive planet, citywide planet. We got to go to the planet. We got like half an hour left. I'm ready.
I don't know.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Let's go nuts.
So we descend towards the planet. And we land somewhere in this mass just to not be using our engine any more than we need to. And I'm going to just look at what we have here. Okay. Yep. All right. So this is going on at I guess it's not the former Capitol building, but it is the Capitol building, right? Where the Senate used to
Senate
meet
building.
and
Senate
all of
building.
that. Yep. But it is now the seat of the Empire. Been redecorated, of course, as you see these beautiful red, black, and white flags strewn over the side of this building.
Hugo Boss style.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's definitely reminiscent of something.
Yeah.
Which, that's obvious. And so you see this building, and you know that you need to land there. Now, I believe you have outfits already, some of you.
Yep.
I've got
And,
my old ISB like dress uniform that I'm wearing.
Okay.
You still have your helmet on?
No. This is like the first time I'm going out without the helmet on.
What do you look like underneath the helmet?
It's just Kermit the Frog.
No, it's human.
Wow.
Think similar to like I guess like Previs Logar Saxon, like the blonde hair, the blue eyes, like 6 foot tall.
Sure.
Yep.
Makes sense.
And then clean shaven because ISB agent.
Right.
Ruggedly ugly.
Wow. How dare you?
He didn't say if he was ugly or handsome, so.
Yeah.
I understand. So you get over towards the party zone. That this is going to happen here in a couple days. And so you're meeting around with kind of the people nearby. I need someone to just know a guy real quick.
I'll know a guy.
Oh, come on. Now, give me a second. Let's have Tila know a guy.
Who's Tila?
Not Tila. Hi, your name is Trix. Trix knows a guy. Go ahead and roll plus charisma.
Okay, 7.
7. All right, pick one. They can help, but they need your help first. They're going to ask for a lot. They're not quite cut out for this, or you can't exactly trust them.
Maybe they need our help first.
Okay. So you walk kind of through the street and you're looking for somebody who might be able to help you. And then you come across somebody that you recognize, just like an old friend. Why don't you describe to me this old friend?
Okay. This old friend is human.
Okay.
Ran into him with my father years ago. He hired us to make not weapon, but something mechanical for him.
Okay.
And I know that he knows a lot of people, political wise, not because he hires people to do things, or he is hired to do things for those type of people.
So for politicians, he's often hired to fulfill contracts. Like he deals with the underworld, or what's his like?
Yeah, he fulfills secrets.
I see. He's a secret collector. I like it. So he approaches, or you approach him on the street, kind of recognizing him. He's lanky. He's got dark curly hair is what I'm trying to say. Small bun, kind of hazel eyes. He's wearing maroon, like this tunic, and over him is slung like various belts and like pouches. And then also like rolled tubes are sticking out of his like backpack, and his pockets jingle and clank as he's sort of walking. And he looks at you and he's like, "Ah, yes, salutations. Good to see you. How are you?"
Oh, you know.
"I could barely see you there. I almost stepped on you."
What's new?
It seems that you're forgetting my name. I remember you from the one time I knew your father. I'm Semcart Craden.
Yes, I'm Trix.
Yes, I thought you were Trix. Can't rhyme with licks, right? Your dad? Mm-hmm. I think that, I was looking for someone of your expertise. I'm looking to get someone into this party. The ventilation system needs maintenance before the great day, and you just might be the perfect fit. If you know what I'm saying. If you catch my drift.
We also need into that party.
Do you? How fortuitous. I'm gonna need your help. First, before I help you. How many need to get into this party?
How many?
10.
Oh.
The whole crew.
I can't stop you.
I mean, there's 4 of us actively right now, but
And Tensai.
and so that'd be
Tensai, so
5.
five.
Say Tanzai's with us.
Oh, dude, I'm prepared to run for 5. We can make it happen.
Let's
Okay,
do 5.
so 5. 5.
I see. 5. I might be able to get +1s. 1 for Zohana, 1 for Elphus. Yes. I'll be able to get +1s for those 2. Maybe a security detail attached to one or both. That should get 4 in the room. And then you, if job goes right, will fit through the vents. Will that suffice?
I think that's fair.
Wonderful. We will request your company at the Senate building to celebrate the arrival of the great weapon. You'll need to come no earlier than 3 days before the event, which is coming up here, of course. And then you will need to wear formal attire. Don't make me look foolish bringing you as their plus ones.
That is fair. What is this weapon?
Between you and me, it blew up a planet.
What do you mean?
The great weapon. It blew up a planet. Death Star.
I know.
Ow. Yeah.
I know.
I'm geeking out, man. Let me have this.
There isn't anything like that. It's rumors.
And rumors, as you know, I collect.
Fair enough. All right, we'll get to formal attire and be here in 3 days at the Senate building.
Perfect. Now, here's what I need you to do for me. I need you to give me a necklace. On one of the attendees, it is called the Shard Solitaire. You'll know it when you see it. It's beautiful.
Do I know who the attendee is that will wear it?
Do I know who will wear it? No. I don't know, but I do know that it's going to be there.
What does it look like?
Essentially, a necklace that resembles a lightning bolt. At each end of each sprawl of lightning, it will have a gemstone.
Okay. I'll look out for it.
If you don't find it, I will give you up. None of you leave until it is found.
All right.
I'll be outside the front door. I'll have your tickets. I'll be well dressed. Goodbye.
All right.
You should have put a thermal detonator in his pocket.
We need him though.
You convene with your party once more.
Yep. All right. Where can we go to find formal attire? Does anybody know?
I've got my Imperial uniform, so I'm set. There's a few garment shops
Gorman.
downtown, so we don't have to leave planet.
You already have a really fancy outfit, right?
I think all three of us did.
You already have a fancy outfit. Tanzai already has a really
Tanzai
fancy
has
outfit.
a dress.
Tanzai has the most fancy outfit you could buy. You have an outfit.
We've done a heist boat.
You do
I
not have
do
an
not.
outfit, but you're going to be in the fence.
Oh, perfect.
So everyone
doesn't
already
matter.
has a fancy outfit.
Okay. All right. So, how do we prepare for this? What's the goal besides information?
So, do we have tickets for everyone?
That's what we'll
Yes.
be getting when we.
meet him.
Yeah.
Back in
So
3
two of you will be
days.
the detail,
Like security?
and two of you will be plus
Correct.
ones.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
So, I'll need to be security because there will be Imperial officers there, but I'm a sergeant. I'm not high enough rank to just be invited. So I'll need one of the security details, or they'll be suspicious of me.
Can I know a guy?
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
Alright.
It's really fun to know a guy.
It is.
6, 7, 8. And then what I add?
Charisma,
9, 10.
9, 10. Wow. 10, yeah, sure, they can help you, though you may need to make it worth their while.
That's a 10?
Mm-hmm. So it says.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, because the one that she rolled, she was like, he was like, I'm gonna give you up if you don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? In your case, it's like, yeah, I can help you. What do you need? You know, that kind of a thing.
I know a guy who he runs a lot of security events on Coruscant, and he might be just the kind of guy who gets the contract for this gig. Well, we might be able to get him to help us.
I would definitely be. That would be a good idea. I think we should talk to him.
And just, I'm gonna say our goal. Like, I'm going for corralling the senators and everyone into a room by themselves with us, robbing them, and then like getting like robbing them, and then kind of like not getting away with it secretly, but that could be our loud exit.
Oh,
Okay.
I
And
see.
then everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, they kidnapped everyone," and then we leave.
I
Oh,
see.
like a
okay.
hostage.
So then tell me, describe to me the person that you're knowing, so that I can sort of go through that, because I'm not sure. I want to roleplay that, and then maybe that person can be present with all of you as you're making that plan.
Yeah. So I'm imagining this is a guy who would be like, when the government does security for big events, and it's not necessarily, like the president is there, because I don't think Palpatine's here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they maybe, but like they would have, if like how
He's on the
important people have like these huge security teams with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in an event like this, the gala itself maybe would have hired a security team, like the best of the best.
Makes sense.
They're better than standard military. They're
Yeah,
kinda
like a PMC, private military contractor group.
yeah,
Yeah.
to ensure that nothing goes wrong. So, and he's likely. I'm kind of, my hunch is that he's the guy who would have gotten this contract.
Okay. I like it. I'm trying to imagine this person here in my head. Definitely human. Has to be.
Yeah.
So you meet with this guy. He's got like slick back blonde hair, tight to his head, almost wet. And he's like 5'5".
Napoleon.
And he wears he's really lanky and skinny. But he's well groomed and well dressed. And he's like, "Yes, I got the contract.
Well,
Who's asking?"
oh, your old buddy.
"Yes, I understand. I've heard of late you serve a higher calling."
Higher callings, we all have them every so often. It's not a big deal. But this is a big job if you want to cut in on it.
"This job I've been hired to do is big enough."
Sure, but by the way, do we have any of those crystals left?
You guys have a little bit, like just little shards of them.
I would say I have 23.
But have you... How's your collection of kyber crystals doing these days?
I don't have any kyber crystals. Why, do you?
You don't have any. Well, maybe I could help with that.
Interesting.
Might go a long way for a security contract.
I need to talk to your entire crew to make things very clear.
All right. I'll send you coordinates.
You guys go your separate ways all mysteriously. And then we all convene where the coordinates at. Somewhere like in a dark alley.
Some kind of like safe house type
Okay.
spot.
Some like disheveled building.
Yeah.
Broken down windows, but all of it's sealed tight. You guys unlock the 17 locks that you put up on the wall. And then you get let in. And you see he has two men near him, each of them carrying like very large heavy machine guns. And they're wearing like all black, wearing like painted masks that just like look long. They're almost like Imperial Guard, but they're just like, instead of it being like a ninja face, it's just a black, like almost like a fencing cap. And he walks in and his arms are behind his back and he's like, "Is it just the five of you, or is it any more than that?"
Probably just.
I would say the five of us.
Of us.
Okay. Bit of a ragtag butch, aren't you?
He did it. He said the thing.
Said the line. Some might say, but we like to think of ourselves as professionals.
Fine. Here's what our thing was. We're rallying many of them already. We're planning to kill most of them at the event.
Perfect.
It's part of our contract with the Empire.
So, honestly, this works out pretty well for us.
Yes. How?
You see, we we can be your scapegoat.
We were intended to be the scapegoat.
Well, now you don't have to be.
The Empire will know.
Well, you just say that we were not part of the plan and we are legitimate heisters. And you could just blame their deaths on us.
You're willing to become galactic terrorists. For why?
The less you know, probably the better, but let's just say we stand to gain a lot by drawing the most attention we can draw to ourselves.
This pleases me. Give me one moment. I'm going to grab something from our transport. And he walks out into the alley and comes back with like a box with a stand. And at the end of the box is like a sort of tube with a glass dome at the end and a button on top. And he walks over and he says, "Stand up against that wall, one at a time, please."
I'm gonna spout lore on what that is.
It's a camera.
It's a camera. Why? Hold on. Why?
We're going to need to broadcast your face across the city. And beyond.
I would think the Empire would already have warrants out for our arrest.
They're not gonna know that we were the crew, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But we have a deal, right?
The deal is, we'll kill as many as required and blame you.
Yes, but not before letting us rob them.
What exactly do you need to rob?
Well, they're all very wealthy, powerful individuals. They're bound to have some credits on them.
Or jewelry.
Or jewelry. Let us round them up as hostages in a single location. Turn a blind eye. We'll pilfer them for their valuables, and then when we leave, you do what you do.
You'll have an hour.
Plenty of time.
He nods to the person that just whispered in his ear. The deal is done. I'll need to take a picture of each of you.
Kind of look to get a check from everyone.
Alright.
All right.
Photographs are taken.
Mm-hmm.
Turn. Another photograph taken. And then he walks over and disassembles the box down to its core content. Hands it to one of the men. They step outside. And the other one leaves. And as his back is to the doorway, he turns around and says, "It's been nice knowing you."
Don't forget your kyber crystals.
I won't.
Do you know how to get them?
And he just doesn't say anything. He's very pleased with the deal you've offered him.
Oh, okay. What can I roll to have some intuition here?
You absolutely can
Discern realities?
Discern realities.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, we're so screwed.
Can I aid?
of course you can.
She just is trying to take it in.
You don't need to roll anything. He just gets 3 dice.
Oh, nice. There you go.
All right. Six, 7, 8, 9, and then that's what? Added to it?
It is wisdom.
10, 11.
All right. So you get to ask 3 questions.
What is about to happen?
Okay.
What here is not what it appears to be.
Let's just do one at a time. Pick
Okay.
your first.
What is about to happen?
What is about to happen is you're about to go to a gala and get blamed for a mass homicide of a lot of important people, or used to be important people, depending on how you look at it. That is going to be messy, and your reputation is going to be very different than what it is now. To the rebellion and to the Empire.
Yeah, a lot of the politicians are like rebellion leaders of their own. This is not going to look good on us.
Well, and they've left.
Oh yeah, those villains have left.
We don't actually have to let them kill them.
There's going to be a lot more of them than there are of us.
Yes, but we have an hour.
Do you think after robbing them, they'll even listen to what we have to say?
Oh, we only robbed the Imperial loyalists. Take the rest with us.
It might work.
And then, who knows, maybe our reward can be even bigger from the rebellion. We rescue some of their leaders from certain death.
What's the next question?
What here is not what it appears to be.
What here is not what it appears to be. You guys are all stepping outside thinking to yourselves, and you're trying to process. You're headed back to your ship, and you see Parn up on a rooftop. Just barely. And then he disappears when you turn the corner.
We should have brought him with us. Who or what is really in... Or no, what should I be on the lookout for?
Michelle.
You should be on the lookout for... You should be on the lookout for unexpected guests. And we will pick up there next time. Potentially there may be 5, maybe 4 people sitting at this table. Maybe 6, including myself. We'll pick up there next time, mysteriously, on Star Wars Ragtag and Roll to 1. Bye-bye.